Quack, 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 quack. No!
Hell was that?
I had to do it. We have people in the backstage, but I don't care. I'm soaking in tonight for a good reason. And damn it, I will not be robbed of this night. Screw those people in the background. Okay, that's enough. How you doing, everyone? I had to soak it in for once. For once. I tried not to talk Oregon at all, but
We're done talking about it, Oregon, then the rest of the show.
I brought out the seahorse mug tonight. I'm so happy. Take that as you will. Anyways, how is everyone doing tonight? Welcome
Doing
into
pretty good. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing great right here on the voice of college football's College Football After Dark on the main channel. Everyone in the chat, let us know how you're doing tonight. If you're sad, depressed, happy, angry, fire your coach. How you all feeling tonight?
Been pretty pissed.
Well, yeah, it's for Alabama. Yeah, I would be the verge of
meltdown.
Being a little afraid at this point. Sean, how are you feeling?
Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. I'm not going to let a result of a meaningless regular season game get me down. It was a great game. It was what college football is about. The whole weekend is what we look for as college football fans. And yeah, happy to talk about it.
Spaz, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling tastic.
Well, then please, everyone do, as in tradition, tell everyone where they can stalk you online if they so choose to.
Well, they can stalk me online on Jackson Johnson 979 on YouTube, and they can find me on Jackson BOCFB on X and on Instagram and Threads at Jackson Johnson 543908. And of course, they can find me tomorrow afternoon for the 8th edition of Crimson Tide Live on Alabama at the Voice of College Football, where Caleb Gerard, the sports editor and writer of the Daily Beacon, will be joining Johnny Burtz and myself to discuss the preview of the Alabama-Tennessee matchup. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a wild ride.
That would be you, Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean, and after last night, I am an alcoholic now.
Well, let's make your sorrows feel better by telling everybody where they can find you right here on X, where they can get you to 1,000 followers.
All right, follow Paulo Jackson's link here. I will be sure to personalize this and not just have this as a numbered handle and a blank profile picture for too long. There are some trigger warnings I do have to provide, though, before you follow me. So be prepared. You might not like everything I post on there.
Well, I mean, like the way I look at it, it's always good to have a little bit different perspective on everything. Following everybody, if you follow everybody that's got like the same thinking,
you
get in an echo chamber.
You're a loser. Mm-hmm.
Echo chambers suck. Spaz, where can they stalk you online?
Oh, heck, they could stalk me on right here on at the Voice of College Football and at Sean_Spazdrag on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call that, and several other social media outlets, Facebook. Yeah, you name it, I'm out there.
There you go. Bam, where can they stalk you online?
Well, obviously, they're going to stalk me right here on the Sunday Night Show, normally, outside next week, in the Oregon channel for the weekly and post-game shows, and then on Twitter at Exploring with Ben, and on YouTube, of course, Exploring with Ben and Sam. We appreciate any follows, and check it out if you like this stuff. Cool. If you don't, hey, it's all good. It's a niche thing. So, this is something you guys can attest for the third season of doing this show. I don't try to talk Oregon, but God damn it, I will not be denied tonight.
It may be like, but it may be your last chance until the championship game, because they don't have many marquee games the rest of the year.
Well, exactly, and Ohio State has to still deal with Penn State and Indiana, and Indiana is not looking like a joke team anymore.
No, and the Michigan game,
It's
always something that people want to talk about.
Well, it's a rivalry game too, so you never know what's going to happen.
Rivalry game in the sport, so it's Sorry, Jackson,
but
if y'all don't beat Michigan this year, Ryan Day's probably fired.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, this Michigan stinks this year. There's no friends or buts. They're not a good team. So, but Ohio State never loses to Ryan Day. Always takes care of not good teams. So,
yeah. Well, and that's what last night was, and that's why I think now people see why that line was only 3 points.
Yeah, anybody that thought it was going to for sure going to be a blowout was on crack.
And I won Spaz. 31-28 was my score prediction. It was 32-31.
Yeah,
I win, bitch.
Yep, you got it.
Now I wasn't. Now not like I wasn't having a heart attack at the very end, like all of us were. I think that's what set off my migraine before the post game last night.
I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if you heard Dan in the post game when they first got on the field with him. He's like, "Anybody got a blood pressure monitor?"
Oh, dude, he was like chest bumping and shoulder checking everyone. He
shoved LeGarrette Blount like 5 yards downfield.
He was pumped. That man was like just on steroids last night for good reason. I mean, when was the last time we saw Autzen storm the field?
Somebody posted it was 2018, I think. 2016.
Did we really do it in 2018 for the Washington game?
It was one of those games.
2017, I think.
Oh, that was Billy Taggart's first and only year there.
That was when Herbert they ran it overtime to beat the Huskies.
Yep, it was that game because
that one. I was like, did we storm the field in that game? I can't remember, but this one had a lot
Oregon
more meaning.
beat Washington in 2018.
Yeah, this one had a lot more meaning to it, though.
Yeah,
and hats off to the announcers for doing. I wasn't sure what NBC would do, and they did a great job. Like the very final call, like Oregon, welcome to the Big Ten. You took down the giant.
Yeah.
One. I was like.
So with this victory, it's now the first time in school history that Oregon has defeated number 2 team. Like, first time ever. Like,
wait, you said number 1 or number 2, like any top 2 team, or just exactly number 2?
I believe it's the top 2.
It's the first AP top 2 win in Oregon history.
That is absolutely wild to think. I mean, God,
it is wild. It is wild. You think about it because you look at the last 15 to even 20 years, maybe 25 years of Oregon history, and you go, really? But some of it, they haven't had the opportunity to go against them, and then when they do, they end up losing.
Damn,
so it's like.
Hey, would somebody tell Caden how he can be a part of the panel? Jackson?
Yes, I want to.
Happy to. If you love top-notch exclusive live streams, watch parties, predictions, betting advice, and all amazing discussions in all of college football, go to patreon.com/MarkRogersTV or become a YouTube member at The Voice of College Football, where you can also be part of this lovely panel on CFB After Dark on the Voice of College Football. And don't forget to tell the friends, family, and cashier at Publix about the $99 bet tier, where you can get some of the best picks in all college football from Mark Rogers, Steve Dace, Steve Merrill, and Matt Zemek. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're using a parlay sheet, you might want to take these guys' advice on who they believe can win the games.
And I'm sure the cashiers at Kroger would appreciate just as much as the
You
cashiers.
bet they would. The cashiers at Kroger would love to hear about the Voice of College Football. Tell them, tell the cashiers at your favorite grocery store.
Yeah.
Got to, because I mean, it's what you do.
And you know what? I've been even branched out. I've been telling my bartenders about this great as well, and they're also receptive to it. So
yeah, because like for once, they don't have to hear about everybody's problems, especially on the Voice of College Football. They can do the venting for a change.
Well, Sean needs to vent here a little bit because,
yeah. Give me 1 second. I need a refill here. Hold on.
He's avoiding the question. He's avoiding the comment here. Dan Lanning has as many top 5 wins as Ryan Day in half the games. I will say, if and Spaz and I can talk about this more specifically. It's like yesterday, Lanning was aggressive in certain situations. I think they were appropriate. 4th and goal from like the 2-yard line. I think that was fine when you were only down like 3 points. Like fine. The onside kick was amazing. I'm sorry. The onside kick was fantastic because it's like either he doesn't hit the guy and the ball just goes down the field like 30 yards, or you get a 50-50 chance to get the ball. That was
I do kind of wonder how much of that was planned. Like,
I think he said to the kicker. I think he said to the kicker is like, "Hey, if you feel confident, do it." That's what I feel like from Lanning. He says if the players feel confident, do it.
We're questioning that too. They were like, "Was that planned, or did he?" He
kicked it so hard at that guy. He kicked it like directly trying to kill that guy. That was purposeful.
Yeah, I mean, that personal foul penalty on Ohio State didn't help because I doubt they call that play. I doubt they call a squib if they're kicking off from the 35. They don't do that.
Well, I mean that was like the 50-yard line because of the
penalty. It was exactly.
That's why I think it was purposeful because they were already going to get the ball. They were already going to kick the ball deep to a degree. Anyways,
well, so it's you're not. They're going to want to keep the ball in bounds, or like they're not going to want to allow Ohio State to fair catch it and get it at the 25. They're going to want to make sure someone has to field it at the 10. So it makes perfect sense to squib there. It might have been like, hey, aim it at this guy, and if you miss, whatever. It's not even if you even if he catches it and you go down over it, okay, they get it at like the 40-yard line.
Yeah, or it goes to like the 30 by the time they count it. So whatever.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
So like I mean, like I don't know. It's hard for me to know exactly what the call was there, but my God, it worked out. My God, that I've never seen an onside kick like that ever. I've never seen an onside kick where the kickers just like drill this guy. And it worked like a goddamn charm, and I don't think Oregon wins the game if that doesn't happen like that. So, or who knows how the game plays out? But that was a critical play.
Well, and not after the fact that they didn't even replay now. And again, I'm not totally faulting officials and or replay for this because it's a Chip Kelly special of hurry up, run the next play. That was a pick on that first drive.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon had a pick, and they called it a first down. And then they ran up and ran the play and didn't do replay. And even the announcers were like, "Yo,
it's absolutely inexcusable not to replay that. That was such a wonky situation there. I mean, like you could not tell live what
Early
happened
in the game.
in that
Yeah,
moment.
exactly.
It's just like you have to stop. You have to stop, get a good look at it, and if you got a good look at it, it was clearly an interception. Like there's no question about it.
Yeah, it was one of those things because then I saw Ohio State fans later going, "Hey, that pass interference bullshit." And I'm like, that made up for the lack of the pick in the first drive. Let's leave it.
Okay, I will quibble a little bit on that.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
That interception was the first possession of the game. This was a game-winning drive, and I mean, I'm sorry, that call's terrible. That offensive interference call, that's an absolute joke. To call that in that situation.
He shoved him 5 yards
He
back
did not.
on his ass. Go watch
Yeah.
it again.
Okay. Maybe you shouldn't ask a 180-pound cornerback to try to press a 235-pound freak of nature.
Reed's a safety. He's a safety. Reed is technically a safety, isn't he?
Nico Reed. Yeah.
He's technically a free safety. I think
he's 180 pounds though. He's listed at 180. He might only be like 165 pounds because he's listed at 180. Jeremiah Smith is a legit 230 pounds.
You cannot push a guy backwards and then turn around.
He didn't do this. What people are saying is like
he did. He pushed him completely with 2 hands.
Go freaking watch this.
He
gives him a little basically a little nudge because he's so much bigger and stronger. He got a big reaction out of it.
Well, that's the point, though.
I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like that. That was good, clean football. It was 100%. Reed tries to jam him. Jeremiah says, "What the fuck you doing, bro?" Gives him just a little love tap, and he flies because he's so much bigger and stronger than him. And then they call it. I have to
agree here. Look, I have to agree here. The OPI was the correct call because when you, as a receiver, if you extend the arms, which he did, even if it was a gentle, when he does this, that is offensive pass interference.
The only time they almost ever call it is if you get like a full extension and then like an additional push off of that extension. Go watch it. It was one hand.
I watched
this was perfect. It was perfect press fighting technique.
It was
perfect press fighting technique.
It's one of those plays.
It's not. Go watch it. His left hand never makes any contact at all on this. It was one hand.
It's one of the plays you can want to argue, but it was one of those plays that happens at the end of the game where you have to coach someone, a young player, especially like him, a talented guy, very talented. Do not put yourself in that position to get a call potentially.
Yeah, that's on right.
But then, even then, you have to go back segments of that whole final drive, the last 4 plays for Ohio State, and go, why didn't you run the ball?
Why didn't they call a timeout?
Well, why would they run the ball? I mean, they're throwing, they were moving the ball effortlessly through there.
Then they didn't. So at the same time, you're already.
Well, I mean, but no, I mean, like you picked up 9.5 yards.
You're in field goal range, basically. Run the ball, gain 5 yards on 2 plays. You have a timeout, then take a field goal. You potentially win the game. Instead, you get a pass interference call, back up. Then Oregon, and I'm sorry, this everyone has been trash talking Oregon on this the timeout and then the 12 men on the field. I'm like, that was a strategic, purposeful play. By Oregon.
I tip my cap to Oregon on that. I'm not bitter about that at all. I'm like, God,
that was purposeful.
that is
not aware. He had zero emotion.
That is excellent. That is excellent gamesmanship right there. I just you can't. No, yeah. But I mean,
timeout. Put 12 men on the field. Don't allow a play. burn clock, take a 5-yard penalty, and go deal with it. I mean, that is like chess match level stuff right there.
But I'm saying, like, equivocating, the spot where Oregon got screwed right at the beginning of the game, the first possession of the game, where everything after the game changes, is completely different from how the game unfolded. If Oregon gets that, we have no idea how the rest of the game plays out. If they don't throw that flag on Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State has a chance to kick a 35-yard field goal and win the game.
Yeah.
Like, those are totally different, like, stakes. Totally different implications. Yeah. And one's way more significant, way more impactful than the other.
At the end of the game, again,
Ohio State didn't leave points out on the field. Oregon did.
Yeah.
Oregon left like 14 points out on the field.
Ohio State left a lot. Ohio State left a lot of points. Left a lot of spots on the field too. Ohio State
points.
But Will Howard.
Oregon missed a field goal. They missed a 2-point conversion. They missed an extra point, and they missed a wide open Tez Johnson in the corner on a 4th goal for the 2.
Because of the pick. But yeah, okay.
It's things that will have to get cleaned up on both sides. But Will Howard has to have better time management. I think he thought he was just going to run or throw it, and then he ended up having to scramble in the pocket, which cost him like 3 seconds. Then he ran and he slid, and everyone's like, dude, there was 1 second left. I'm like, yeah, but he slid before a first down and inbounds. The clock continues to run.
But okay. So, I don't think it would have changed, but that's also another one. How do you not review this? Yeah. How do you not I'm pretty sure if you review that, I don't think Ohio State gets another chance at another down.
I don't think so, because if they were sitting there doing this, if they were sitting there trying to do timeout, I think they still were going to be like, dude, hit 0 while he's in the slide. You can't call timeout until he's finished.
I know technically, like, once a QB starts his slide, he gives himself up, the play's over, But there is also like a natural lag time, a natural reaction time from the officials that you have to allow for. So it's not. I mean, I highly, highly doubt it would have changed anything. But it is another egregious situation. How do you not review that? It is an enormously critical play.
I've said this multiple times. We ragged on the Pac-12 refs for years. And the Big Ten, I'm sorry, I know some of the Big Ten refs were the Pac-12 refs too. They got hired on or whatever. The Big Ten refs have not been much better, to be honest, that I've seen overall. They have had some of those calls where you're like, what in the absolute hell? I mean, I've seen multiple of those this year already.
I do want to see I do want to see a conference fan. I do want to meet the conference fan base though that absolutely loves their refs. Tells everyone we've got the greatest refs that have ever lived.
Well, that's true too. I do want to touch upon it again. No one has to tell me about the chat. I understand it. I see it. We're waiting for a break in the conversation. So, Adam.
So wait. Is that true? There were no reviews that entire game.
There were no reviews that I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that sounds right. I can't remember any, but that's just.
Yeah, there were no reviews. There were no reviews. There weren't that many penalties. There were not that many penalties, honestly. Most of them were pretty. It was a pretty clean game for the most part.
Ohio State had about 5 false starts in the game,
they did.
That might be a home field
crowd, baby.
3 or 4 at least. But Adam Lamparelli. Oh, I'm butchering the hell out of that. Adam, thank you. Jackson Milroe is not a good quarterback, and Bama will be better when Milroe, the loudmouth Booker, and the classless Malachi are gone. DeBoer can't implement his offense because Milroe is limited. This is a good question, or maybe a commentary for you, Jackson, especially because obviously Alabama just had a struggle fest with South Carolina this last weekend.
Sloppy. Like, we almost pissed it away. Like, how we didn't lose that game is beyond me. It was obviously a stroke of luck. Like, we got lucky against South Carolina. We shouldn't have gotten lucky on that one. I mean, especially that freaking onside kick. My God. Like, did you eat something greasy last night or something? Like, my God, you got to learn how to hold on to the ball.
I didn't get to watch this game. I tuned into it. I was tuning into it, but I was so stressed about the Oregon game. I had to like limit my intake of football during the day. I was just so stressed about the Ohio State game.
And
I would guess living in Alabama that they probably did eat something greasy the night before.
Yeah.
Oh.
But before I go on with my point, tune in every Wednesday night as Adam Lamparello brings out his take on the latest news and notes on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, only on Rutgers at the Voice of College Football, on Rutgers at Voice of College Football, and check out what he has to say on X and Instagram. Check him out. Let me see. I think he's got somewhere. That's right. Give him a follow on SC Trojans 97 on X, and give him a follow at Adam Lamparello on Instagram.
So do you find it more of a problem with Alabama, or do you think South Carolina was just, pumped up for that game? Because I mean,
it's a little bit of both.
Vandy is on a tear in the SEC right now. I mean, they just took out Kentucky also, which maybe is not as surprising as the Bama win, but they followed it up with another good win, I
don't really like where we're going against Tennessee next week. I mean, I know Tennessee's been sloppy as well, but still, though, we're not a playoff team. We're just not.
Yeah, and I would say I don't know if I'm on board with Adam's commentary here. I mean, Milroe has actually been like Milroe and Ryan Williams have been like the bright spot for this team. Right? Like Milroe is not the problem right now.
There's a disconnect somewhere in that team though, because you can't go and beat Georgia like that, then get boat raced by Vandy, and then
he was
South Carolina.
This is a bad South Carolina offense that managed to move the ball pretty effective and put it in the end zone pretty effectively. Like, once again, I mean, like, Alabama's defense is just average at best this year. Like, that is the problem on this team.
Yeah.
And Adam, I appreciate the super chat here. I want to get to some of the comments, so I don't want to drop it down before appreciating the super chat. Obviously, and we're going to be talking Alabama here.
Adam has been very generous across a whole bunch of our networks with these, and he's providing a lot of good content on his calls, and he also hosts a new Rutgers Live program.
That's why I want to get in here and get some of these other chats in here, for people, because I mean, everyone's digging on stuff. Yeah, they see they're desperate to keep Miami undefeated. Well, Miami won the bye week, so they don't have to worry about it this week. That's a whole different topic.
Oh yeah. Well, Pitt is now 6-0, and it's for the first time since 1982. Can you believe
because
that?
Cal once again can't kick field goals for some reason.
Exactly. Cal is shit. I mean, I know. Like, I was talking to the Hosta last night on Final Whistle, and we had a lengthy debate about Cal. I can tell you right now, it was pretty fun.
I just don't. Me and Spaz can agree. I mean, several years ago, when they interviewed Justin Wilcox, I was like, for the love of God, do not hire him. Do not.
They hired him.
They didn't. But yeah. And now we're seeing it. Now Cal is good. They're a decent team. They are a decent team. Enough. But they just keep screwing themselves over.
I mean,
in these situations. I mean, you think about it. They should have beat Florida State on the road. Mm-hmm. They probably should have beat Pitt. They definitely should have beat Miami.
Oh yeah.
Cal could be undefeated right now.
Oh yeah.
And they just keep making dumb choices.
Which is somewhat ironic, right?
Are we going to be seeing
given their number one public university rating here.
Are we seeing Justin Wilcox on a hot seat if they keep losing games like this?
No. Unfortunately, no. I mean, not unfortunately. No, it's Cal. I mean, they're not going to get rid of him. They would have done it a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
I think if they were going to. Cal's not serious about school football. Remember, they're already broke. Remember the whole that Bitcoin thing or whatever that went under.
The Bankman-Fried thing, the FTX.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, the FTX. Yeah, and they had to like abandon stadium plans and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't realize that they were that embroiled in.
Oh yeah, no. I think they're underwater financially in the sense of the program. So they don't have that type of money, and no one's going to go to Cal when no one has money.
no.
You know, they're stuck with Justin Wilcox, I think, for a while.
Oh yeah. I mean,
there's a couple of the same question that's came up. One was, who should be the first? Who is the first coach to probably get the axe?
See, it's great. It's great Spaz does this because he thinks I don't keep receipts. But bam, right there, starred, ready to pull up. That's how fucking on top of my game I am, Spaz. And you think I'm not paying attention?
I didn't say that. I
you
just
did.
saw that
He implied it. He implied
there
it.
was
he
other people, other questions on the same line down the road as well. So I was like, all right, this has been brought up 3 times.
This is a good question. It's obviously Billy Napier.
Well, I hope it is.
It's Billy Napier.
But what about Lincoln Riley?
No, they own like
lost
70.
3
They
in a
own
row.
like $60 million.
But he's lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, well,
he hasn't lost 3 in a row.
He lost 2 in a row, but then he won.
4.
He won 2 in a row, then lost 1.
Yeah, the point is,
They just took a top 5 team to overtime.
But that's
for whatever that's worth. However you value Penn State ranking.
The thing about Florida, Tennessee is that Tennessee is always dog shit when they go against Florida. They're always dog shit.
They took a top 5 team, 4 team, whatever now 3 team, whatever to overtime, but they were up 17-3 and then still lost it. So not a good look. It's Billy Napier. I think everyone here has to agree. It's Billy Napier.
Well, they've done a little bit better. I mean, they just took Tennessee to overtime. They've beaten kind of the teams they're supposed to beat on their schedule this year.
That's like saying Hugh Freeze didn't bring as quite as hot of a hooker for his recruits this time around. He brought in the second tier instead. He didn't spend as much money up front. Didn't text anyone.
Billy Napier isn't trailing any sort of that kind of those kind of allegations.
Well,
at least not that I'm aware of. So I thought that. I mean, yeah, I thought he was a dead man walking because I thought they would lose to Central Florida and/or Mississippi State. I really thought this team was absolute hot trash this year. They're a little bit better than I thought they were, especially after they got absolutely dumpster trucked by Miami in the first week. So, I mean, it looked to me like he was a dead man walking in week 1, week 2. I'm not so sure right now. The rest of the schedule for Florida, which looked so daunting at the beginning, seems maybe to be a little bit more manageable. I mean, Kentucky's probably not as good as we thought. Georgia definitely not as good as we thought.
Yeah.
Texas is great. LSU, they're number 8. That is a total fugazi number 8. They're not anywhere close.
It's fugazi.
Mark Stoops in Kentucky. Mark Stoops in Kentucky. He's safe. You don't have to worry about that.
Florida State's awful. So I mean, there's a chance Billy Napier survives this. I didn't think there was. I thought they injected, the solution into his veins, but it might not have been potent enough to kill him. right now.
Yeah, the only other
They
names
might have miscalculated the arsenic and the
If Florida loses to Kentucky, then the talk is back on whether
maybe.
I
I mean, because you wanted to bring up some other teams. You wanted to bring up some other teams and some obscure names, maybe. Narduzzi is safe at Pitt. They're undefeated. He's safe.
Duh.
No, he's regained all his trust. Neil Brown back on the hot seat. Neil Brown at West Virginia back on the hot seat.
Dave Aranda.
Who's the other? David. He's definitely on the hot seat.
Matt Brown is going to retire at
Mac Brown needs. Thank you. I was going to bring this up last week, and then they lost again this week. And I'm like, I think Mac Brown needs to retire. I think he needs to just throw it in and be like, hey, thank you for my second time at North Carolina, but time to wrap it up.
Sit in a rocking chair and talk about the good old days. Talk about how god awful young people are.
Yeah. And all due respect to here we go. Well, now we have to talk Pitt football.
There we go.
Yeah. Nice. Congrats on the 6-0 start.
Oh man.
Man, all I can think is Cincinnati. All they had to do is hold on to a 20-point lead and maybe 5 against Pitt, and they'd be 5-1 right now.
Yeah.
Well, West Virginia had a good shot, but then they decided to piss it away.
Yeah. But Joey's not here, so I don't care about West Virginia. So
we ain't disrespecting Matt Brown. I mean,
I guess the Shane was there a little bit too. So.
But you can't be pissing away a 20-point lead against Duke. You can't be allowing 70 points against James Madison. That's just something you don't do. You don't do that. I mean, if you want to stay on as head coach, you can't be allowing your teams do that.
Talkers Pitt was at the Cal game.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Cal is good. I give props to Cal. I love it on game day too. They even talked about the Calgorithm, and I was like, Calgorithm is real. But then Cal just keeps getting in their own way.
How about Caitlin? How about D on College Game Day this week?
Did you see the fucking Twitter feed of the touchdown from Kansas State that won the game where he stared down the Colorado celebrities in the corner of the end zone, the receiver that caught the touchdown pass, and he just stared down the celebrities like, yeah, bitch. And they were like, what just happened?
Well, I mean, I was just like, I was just wondering, I mean, with P. Diddy and his situation, I thought they might have all cleared out. I thought
he's got a cellmate that's waiting for him with a diamond ring.
We do not condone this type of talk. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. Mark I'm going to get an angry text from Mark going, did you just say P. Diddy on our stream?
Diddy about to be diddled.
Well, no, Diddy was not there. No, because
Diddy was not there. He was not there.
But he probably was there last year, wasn't he?
I don't want that party if Diddy did it.
I think he was there on Colorado's sideline last year.
Hey, man, did Diddy come up with a party idea? Like did he come up with that little guitar? I hope he didn't.
I can.
Man.
I can just.
This is okay. This has gone off the rails. Let's look at more Big Ten stuff. I know there's some other obviously SEC games to talk about, but we have to help the cope of the USC fans as USC went 17-3 over Penn State to
their playoff hopes are gone.
Yeah, just pissing it away.
Bye.
They were up 20-3, by the way.
Oh,
wait! I'm sorry. Who are we talking about here?
USC.
That's one of the two teams that originally destroyed the Pac-12 to go to greener pastures, but they have been shit, and they continue to say it's a rebuild year. I think they've been saying that for 10 years now.
Just keep rebuilding.
Do you see where Penn State, like one of the guys was out trying to put he's trying to put the flag out on the logo at the 50-yard line, but James Franklin's having none of it.
Oh, they put it out there. There's a photo of it on Twitter.
I do like James Franklin. You know, he comes off as kind of a dick sometimes, but yeah, you can tell he loves what he does and he does what he can do. It just he can't win. He's the kind of the same as like Ryan Day. He just can never win the big games when it matters.
Yeah,
he's kind of in that.
But people realize like everyone was saying this about Harbaugh a couple years ago too. Like everyone was.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it was like 1A, 1B, 1C to a degree. Penn State just would lose one maybe extra game that they shouldn't lose. So he's in that tier, but just couldn't ever get it done. But I think you're starting to see the Lincoln Riley has done changes, and they still can't get it done.
But like I also don't think like James Franklin doesn't get enough credit for getting that program through the absolute torture shit chamber they were in when he came in.
That was Bill O'Brien.
No, but it wasn't actually, because Bill O'Brien didn't have to deal with the same degree of scholarship restrictions at the beginning but
he took over the program right after the whole issue.
Recruiting classes the first year, they were able to sign like 12, 13 guys, but they still had enough holdovers from that 2010, 2011 team. It was actually, I think Franklin came into a harder situation than O'Brien did.
All I'm saying, he took over a program under all the allegations and still made them winning. So Bill O'Brien still gets a ton of credit for taking that program, sustaining it, maintaining it as best as absolutely possible for 2 or 3 years that he was there. So
no, they both deserve credit for what it hit, but I mean, like it was a rough situation that Franklin came into. I mean, they did not have a lot of talent, and they got pretty good pretty quickly under Franklin. And it's just, but they've been at that exact same level for over a decade now.
Yeah,
so that's the problem.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing about the whole USC thing. Here's the elephant in the room. Last night, USC's post-game show was null and void. All you heard was an fuck 2 minutes in, and then they canceled it.
I have to have. I'm going to give clarification to this because it was confirmed later on that like Tim and them were at the game. That was the new guy they have trying to run it, and he ran technical difficulties apparently trying to run the show, and so he just ended it to be like save face. It wasn't because they rage quit it, because it was funny. The first comment in that stream was, "Did they just rage quit after 2 minutes?" I thought it was too. I wouldn't have been surprised, but yeah, it was for the USC channel. That was not a rage quit. It was some technical difficulties for their new broadcaster. I forgot his name already. I was watching the show earlier with Tim.
The guy that was on with Tim today?
Yes, I forgot his name already. Unfortunately, I was watching them a little bit. But yeah, it was some technical difficulty, so it wasn't a rage quit. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
Well, we definitely need to preserve that show for Voice of College Football Lore.
Oh,
I
good
just thought
God!
It was funny. I was like,
good.
What?
Good
did Tim
God.
fire Matt Zimick?
No, Matt Zimick might quit and be like, "Screw this." There we go. I don't want. Everyone, close your eyes. This is an adult show, and we have a minor.
Yeah, we have another minor in here.
Are you still doing this, Ben?
I don't have to do it. You put your camera on, everyone sees it.
I don't know, man. I think it's just you.
At least I know Jackson's like 20, and outside of you, you're the only one without a beard.
You look like you're about 17 today. You're getting there, Jeffrey.
I've been upgraded from 15. Thanks, Spaz.
Yeah,
I was going to say 16.
Well, we recognize the mullet game that he is implying here.
He is growing out the mullet.
I gotta get a haircut, man.
It's coming in very nicely.
Oh man, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm pretty
bad,
good.
Jeffrey.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Still can't believe Alabama almost lost again, but at least they didn't. I mean that was ugly. I'm getting a little
but Indiana didn't come close to losing this week.
Yeah, I will say this too. I will say this too. As Ducks fans that are ecstatic right now, I'm very happy we're not playing Indiana, at least until maybe a Big Ten
or
title
Penn
game.
State.
Yeah, until a Big Ten title game potentially. So I'm very happy about that also.
Hey, Indiana's doing good. Indiana's doing good, and Jackson promoting it right there. Indiana at the voice of college football. That is live. It is happening. It's going on right now. I've been doing it for a couple of weeks, so definitely you want to check out Indiana at the voice of college football.
Jackson,
I know it's not promotion time, but
like, damn it, Jackson, stop removing the comments.
Oh my gosh, a lollipop. Are you kidding? I can't believe the lollipop emoji stayed on there on the screen.
There we go. Lollipop,
lollipop,
lollipop.
I can't stand that song, Jackson. That's an earworm.
This too. I mean, no, I don't want to compare. Indiana is doing their own thing right now with Cignetti. Vandy is just shocking people this year because they actually have a quarterback and a team that believes. I think that's kind of the difference because Vandy's on a roll.
Well, I mean, Indiana, the thing that makes them so impressive is because of the fact I know they haven't played anybody, but they're 6-0 for the first time since 1967. I mean, and they're blowing everyone out relatively enough. And they're favored against Nebraska by 6. And they're ranked 16th right now. I mean, like, it's unbelievable stuff going on. I mean, like, the fact Indiana is favored by 6 against Nebraska in a football game is incredible. I know Nebraska's not Nebraska of old, but they're better this year. It's
and by all means, again, we don't talk Vanderbilt here at all. After beating Alabama, I did not think they would actually beat Kentucky.
Yeah, I picked Kentucky
and they still
win.
Beat Kentucky, so that means they have a belief in themselves and that team and the talent around them and the scheme. And they did it. I mean, so you can't doubt Vandy now.
Well, let me tell you something. They're led by a 3-time New Mexico state wrestling champion, Diego Pavaya.
It's true.
Cousin of University of Iowa wrestling star Rio Woods. They're built differently. They're built different.
He's a baller. He'll stand there and take a shot. He'll stand there and take a shot and deliver the ball. So yeah, Vandy has a quarterback finally.
Austin,
see, the portal makes all this possible. You know, yeah, that's the thing. No, I knew that comment was coming.
I apologize, and I apologize. I literally was just thinking about it. No, I apologize.
The thing is, I thought it too. That's how messed up this show has been. I immediately thought it when you said that Vanderbilt.
I meant to start the show. I apologize. Hey. I apologize because I had the show starting with this and I didn't do it. I have the tab open right now because it was there all day. Congratulations, Merrimack, for beating Morgan State University 32-24 in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's fucking go for Merrimack.
Yes. Yep. I did want to say I was following this game yesterday, and this had one of the weirdest stat line for a team that actually won a game here. I'm gonna go through this real quickly because it is actually interesting.
Now they are only 2-4 on the season though, so sorry, Merrimack.
Yeah, but
go Merrimack. Let's go.
So here, Morgan State 22 first downs, Merrimack 6. Morgan State,
damn,
328 yards. Merrimack 172, and there were no turnovers in the game. I don't know how this result happened, but all I can say is You just have to believe in the MAC.
That's a
You
weird.
just have to have
That's a
faith.
weird stat line. That is a weird stat line.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
must have been like pick sixes.
and Morgan State had the ball literally two-thirds of the game, 40-20. Time of possession.
There must have been pick sixes or fumble
No,
recoveries.
zero
Ben,
turnover. Zero turnover. All game.
Is
You just
there
have to
a good
believe in-
report? Is there a good report on the Merrimack AD?
I'll follow up after the show with that. I need to work on some other things, but I'll shoot out some other ideas in the back panel.
Okay.
We're working on something special for you in the chat, in the viewers here. We're working on something special.
We know what people come here for.
Since she's here, and brought up Merrimack, and we discovered the Merrimack. Shout out to our friend Erica and those Iowa Hawkeyes for absolutely destroying the Washington Huskies yesterday.
I did not see that score coming, to be honest. I kind of actually like Washington. I kind of like Washington in that game, and so when I saw the score later, I was like, "What in the absolute fuck just happened?"
Did you pick Washington, Jackson, or did you pick Iowa?
I think I went Iowa.
Yeah, I picked Iowa too. I was feeling Iowa bounces back. They always win games, right? They're 8-4, 7-5, 9-3. They're not losing to Washington. They're gonna come back and beat an average team. That's Iowa. Can't beat anybody good for the most part, but they take care of business. I went with Iowa. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, but I wagered on the Hawkeyes this week, so we're all winners.
Damn it, Homeless.
You gotta do it. You gotta
God
do it
damn it.
now.
Well, we
At
can't
least
do
one
we can't
now
do
and then
all of
one
them.
after.
I think they got rid of the videos.
Well. I mean, in honor of LSU's win last night, we can have that's a top 15 game we haven't talked about at all.
Oh, well, yes, that's true. Let us do this continuation of this, and then let's talk about LSU, because that game, it felt like was going on forever. Like it would never end.
So many players kept faking injuries, especially on the Ole Miss side.
Oh, there was fucking such a good tweet. It was like they literally put on like TV. At least someone did a really good copy of it. It's like in the last 5 games, there's been 47 fake injuries by Ole Miss.
Oh, I mean, do you remember that? Did anybody remember that Ole Miss Tennessee game a few years ago? How long that game was? It was like 6 hours because everybody kept faking injuries on both teams. That was the game that ended up the Tennessee fans were throwing stuff at Lane Kiffin at the end.
Yeah. The irony of the up-tempo offense actually makes the game last forever.
Yes.
It's so messed up. If you're not hurt, you shouldn't be doing that junk. There's no way you could stop it, though. Really,
there is no way.
That was why that they instituted a lot of the rules that kind of like limited the substitution rules. So basically, now if they run up tempo, if they spike the ball, you're allowed to sub.
Well, yeah, but if you're just sitting there and you're lined up, and then a guy just like stands up all of a sudden, like after being like ready to go for like 2 or 3 seconds, and he just stands up and it's like, oh, and falls down. It's like, come on, dude.
The thing is, they would show it on the replay. I mean, there was one D lineman for Ole Miss. He was up for like 6 seconds, just good. He was getting ready to go on the D line for the next play, and then he just goes he just blows down.
Yeah,
it's really, and then 2 plays later, he's back in the game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'll defend players because as an Addison right here says, easy when you're not the hurt man. Totally understandable. Guess what? Cramps happen. Players can cramp up. They get worn out. They just go, hey, wow, something just went wrong. But then when they come back on 1 to 2 plays later, no, you should at least you're full of shit. Yeah, I think if you actually have to go out with an injury, you need to miss at least like that last drive, the rest of that drive. Let's put it that way. The rest of that drive.
I mean, it's just a bunch of cramps, right?
Cramps happen. I mean, I get it.
Cramps do happen, but but these are not cramps.
No, I know, but I'm old. I get it. You get cramps, and it hurts like a motherfucker, and you can't. It takes like 10 minutes to get that shit worked out on your own. without a training staff. You need to miss the rest of the drive as a player if you go down with that type of thing. Just miss the rest of the drive, then come back in. Not 2 plays later.
They should be forced to take a Midol and then come back in the game.
Well, I think they at least need to go into the medical tent. Kind of like what happened last week with Josh Allen. Gets blasted to the turf, goes out for 1 play, comes back in because they get I think it was an interception, and then he comes back the next play. Doesn't even go into the medical tent. Awful fishy.
Well, and that's what I mean. It's like if you're going to go down, and if it's an injury like a cramp, even a cramping, that's fine. That's legitimate. It happens. Go get it worked out, but then stay out the rest of that drive. So if you're a defensive player, stay out the rest of the drive, whether it's 2-3 plays and they punt, and then you come back the next defensive drive. That's fine. But don't come back in 2 plays later and then all of a sudden make a sack. Like that's not realistic. I'm sorry. That's no. That's not gonna. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
It was.
Oh
What
my
kind of
God!
comment
Thank you, Matt, for this, because earlier I literally said hashtag smoke detector beeping, hashtag someone changed the 9-volt battery, hashtag smoke alarm detector. Multiple times during their show, I'm like, someone changed the damn
his
battery.
smoke detector was going off.
Yes, it was.
I did not watch it, so I didn't see it.
It was fucking going off the entire show.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
someone changed the damn battery, or just disconnect it. Just get up there.
Just
disconnect
turn it
it,
off.
take out the battery, and that's it. Yeah, just disconnect it, take it out, and put it back in there. I'm like, good Lord. It's one of the most annoying things in the world to hear a smoke detector.
I love when people are getting interviewed and stuff, like on the news, and their smoke detectors going off in the background. And some people are like, do they know how to change it? Do they even know what it is? Like, they have to know what it is. But it's so funny, man.
That's why I was like, dude, let's give this man a 9-volt. Whoever it was, I don't know who it was, but I was like, God damn, it's getting annoying up in here.
I said someone should super chat to buy a new battery.
Yes,
oh my God, that's a good
battery,
one.
Tim.
Well, hummus, putting your money where your mouth is. Come on. So
that too.
help a brother out.
That too.
Yeah.
That was annoying because I think it's mine at first. That too. Yeah. I'm always like, I take off my headphones. I'm like,
You ever?
That's probably
You ever drive in your car and then there's like some sort of radio that has like a commercial that has a siren or something?
yes.
And then like you start to pull over, and then you realize, oh, it's just the goddamn commercial.
The other thing I hate, Sean, the other thing I hate is when you're watching a football game and you have a commercial that simulates a doorbell ringing, and you think it's your own doorbell. I've had that happen. I'm like, the doorbell's ringing, and it's like, it's the commercial. Like, come on.
Yeah. You run out like a little chooch to your door, like, who's here? I don't see any package.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Ole Miss LSU game. Ole Miss could not beat LSU again in Baton Rouge. Last time they did that was 2008. And yet again, they fall short. I don't think we're seeing Ole Miss go to the playoffs because, they got Georgia left on their schedule. We know
they have to win out to have a shot, and they probably won't.
No.
Yeah.
But
the SEC is an interesting overall topic conference because you're starting to see every team kind of catch up. For God's sake, Georgia's allowed 31 points to Mississippi State.
They're not great. For them, they're a great team, but for them, they're not great this year.
Well,
them
and
Alabama are consistently not playing well game to game.
Well, we do have to talk about the Kirby Smart incident here.
Oh yeah.
But
what
before
the hell was
I
that?
want to make a little general statement. I thought the whole offseason people were just poo-pooing, not taking seriously enough all of the disciplinary issues they've had. Like, there are a lot of signs that this is just not a mature football team. that this is
That's actually
not
what
a
I've
group
been
of-
saying for 3 years, Sean, and no one would listen to me. I was like, look at all the DUI, look at all of the arrests that they've had, and everybody's like, oh well, it's Georgia, it's okay. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, they're basically like A&M, but they win. It's not. There's no difference.
Well, but I mean, I mean, I'm not trying to make like a moral judgment on them. I'm like saying it's affecting them on the field this year. Like they just don't have the leadership. They just don't have the maturity of a championship team, and it's showing. Like they might be the most talented team in the country, but they're not the best team in the country. Not by a long shot right now, because like they just don't have it together. And then you see Kirby Smart. I mean, I don't know what that. I don't know what that was about. I cannot understand how a flag was thrown in that spot.
Yeah,
And
he
that's it.
checked. He checked that player. He checked that player on the sideline for no reason.
Yeah, the quarterback from Mississippi State.
Yeah, absolutely
Michael
no
Van Buren.
reason.
Yeah, former Oregon 5-star recruit Michael Van Buren doing a great job at Mississippi State.
Yeah, I mean, this was. I mean, just.
Yeah, how was that not a warning, a flag, and or not like a penalty from the SEC later on?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was blatant.
I didn't see that. What happened?
He went up and fucking just
Michael. Yeah, Van Buren came out of Van Buren went out of bounds on the Georgia sideline. He's trying to go back onto the field, and Kirby Smart is like trying to like yell something to his defensive coordinator, and he just shoves Van Buren right out of the way.
Just like
gives him a full.
Yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of the Travis Kelce pushing Andy Reid incident.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's player to coach. That's coach to player. The opponent.
Player to coach and coach to player are very different things.
It was bizarre. It was bizarre though.
Oh,
like, let me see if I can find it here. I'm sure I can. Kirby Smart.
Is there a clip on it? That's funny.
Oh yeah. It shouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah, it's not gonna be hard to find. There we go. Right here. Yeah. I'm gonna just turn off the music because of course. See music. We'll do this. Let me do this. I'm going to show this tab. We'll play. It's a very short video because, of course, gives a shit about the rest of it. Yeah, it was just bizarre. It was like, why? Like, why would you do this? So this is it. Well, maybe it kind of lagged there.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we missed it there.
Yeah, I see it. There we go.
He just like checks the guy for no damn reason, just like pushes him out of the way. I mean, you can say it's not aggressive, but it's like you did not need to put your hands on that guy at all.
No.
There's no reason for you to put your hand on that player at all.
No.
Yeah.
You know, again, it wasn't aggressive necessarily, but it was like, why? Why would you even interact with the player like that?
I have no idea. It makes no sense. I mean, Georgia, I wouldn't say they're imploding, but it definitely looks like a lot of their issues on their program that nobody has been pointing out at all for the last 3 years is finally rearing its head, which it should. I mean, you can't be doing stuff like that. You can't have 100 DUIs, in like 4 years. I mean, it's insane. I mean, the amount of guys that have gotten in trouble for the same garbage. I mean, there was an NFL player literally that died earlier this year because of he was drunk while driving and he died in a car accident. And then like a week later, one of his teammates got in trouble for a DUI. Do people not learn anything? Like at all?
That's not quite accurate. Like he got killed by a DUI driver. The Vikings.
Sorry, my bad. I got that backwards. I remember the story. I just said it backwards. It's late. Sorry, apologize. Sorry about that.
The point is, as you're now
did that, and that's wrong because you would be like, I'm not going to do that because my teammate just died from that. It's sick. It's sick.
The point is too is as you're now with NIL, you're paying players to be more focused than they were now because now it's simply a job.
But a lot of people, it's making them less focused because they're doing stuff.
I know, but I mean that's the point. That's the problem with paying 17, 18, 19-year-olds all this money because they have no idea what the hell they're doing with it. I absolutely no idea. If I was that age and I was getting that money, I wouldn't have a damn idea what to do with it either.
No.
I'm not going to act like I would have.
I-
So
I'd be acting a fool if I were
yeah,
having that time like that age.
it's understandable, and you have older guys who can then help you get stuff. Plus, you're a team player. You're a player on the team, so people in the community are like, hey, you're cool. Whatever, we can hook you up with this and whatever. So it's going to happen, but you're starting to see this with a lot of teams where you see these other teams like now in like Indiana, Signetti, huge upgrade coaching wise. He's just bringing this team into play. But I think you're going to start seeing the NIL come in better and better. So Indiana's is on the upward trajectory in the right way. Whereas then you see Georgia now going, maybe they're reaping that whole, we can get what we want, pay NIL, but we're not going to necessarily vet the best players. I mean, look at Oregon just now. We just had to deal with Trayshawn Hogan getting ejected from the game for spitting on a player. That man has a lot of work to do. He ain't coming back for at least a couple weeks. At least. Dan Lanning is going to suspend him for 2 or 3 weeks. He already sent an apology, but Dan Lanning is not going to let that guy see the field for several weeks.
Yeah,
read that? Where did you read that?
He sent an apology to the team and staff.
I know he did that, but where did you read anything?
No,
about
I
Dan?
said I doubt Dan Lanning will let him back on the field for 2 to 3 weeks.
I don't think Ben read anything saying that he won't. More than likely.
Yeah, Dan Lanning is going to put his foot down and say that is unacceptable.
It'll be handled in-house.
Exactly.
We'll see if he sees the field for the next couple of weeks or not.
Exactly. He might practice, but I doubt he's going to see meaningful game time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, you've got Purdue this week. I don't think you need Trayshawn Holden.
Anybody can have a letdown game. Any team can have a letdown game at this point.
Oh God!
So Oregon.
In reality, Trayshawn Holden is not going to be the reason you win or lose any game.
Well, I agree with that absolutely. I'm just saying that Oregon could lose to Purdue.
Yeah,
I don't like Jeffrey's attitude right now, so I had to remove him. I don't like this negativity on the show.
Oregon could lose to Purdue. And I also don't agree with him. There's no way Oregon is losing to Purdue.
Look at Bama. They still haven't recovered from Georgia. Like, you have to play hard every single game. If Oregon plays like they did against Ohio State, they'll beat Purdue by 50, 60 points. But if they don't, it could get weird. That's what we're
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Short week, and after that high of beating Ohio State,
it's all about focus. Doesn't matter how bad Purdue is.
Yeah, and then you have to land, and you have to go to this weird, ugly campus in the middle of Indiana.
The Boilermakers. Hey,
I will say Indiana's campus is better. Let's be real.
Oh, it's not. I mean, it'd be hard to be worse than Purdue's campus.
I'm trying not to trash Purdue, man. I got nothing against them. I like Indiana, but it's nothing against them.
I don't think Michael is on this program right now.
I don't think so. If he was, he'd be letting it rip right now.
But
they've been coming up short, especially yesterday against Illinois.
Oh,
well, the thing is, they were getting destroyed, and then they just came back.
That?
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, what was that?
What was that? 49-50 lost. Illinois should have blown them out of the.
It was 27-3.
What was amazing? They had a 27-3 lead,
and they had to kick a field goal to go to overtime.
No,
field goal on the last play of regulation.
I have the Big Ten and 60. They're running there. I have it saved tomorrow. They're at 11 a.m. If you are available, watch the Purdue Illinois game. I have not yet. Yeah, it's the 60-minute replay that they have. Yeah. So I have it recorded. I have it recorded. When I get a chance, I'm definitely going to watch it because that was one of the weirdest results of the year so far. That was
That was bizarre. I was like, oh, Illinois.
What are you talking about, Mike?
Destroy these people. And then all of a sudden I saw the final later and I was like, what in the absolute hell just happened?
What is Mike talking about?
Mike
was there a clear interception, a touchdown?
I think he's talking about the first drive that was not called the interception that turned into a touchdown. You're reading Spaz. You're reading into the chat.
It wasn't. I would say he got a touchdown later.
I tell Spaz 10 times a day, do not read the chat. and then he keeps reading the chat, and then
That's
he
what
goes,
we not
I'm
help. It's
trying
right
to
in
read the
front of
chat,
us.
but it's moving so fast. I can't even
Yeah,
keep up.
you're
Yeah.
like,
I know, and I'm
catch
working the
everything,
chat.
Ben.
I'm working the chat.
yeah, you can't catch everything.
You don't have to pay
I am
attention.
going to go get a refill. So now you're fucked because I'm not working the chat. So Jackson has to work the chat.
It's all right with me.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing about having a backup plan. Who's someone else who can control it and actually work the chat a little bit.
I can do it as well.
Yeah, they're a little faster than you, Ben.
I don't like
You're not
Jeffrey's
so slow.
attitude. Jeffrey's attitude is way too positive. I don't like it, so I have to keep removing him once in a while. His mullet.
What,
His 17-year-old
what's wrong?
mullet.
What's wrong with being happy, man? I'm like, I can pull up some comments.
That too. Now, this is a good question actually for you, Signetti. Now, if he takes, say, Indiana, and it's consistent for 2 or 3 years, is he going to leave there, or do you think he'll be happy in Indiana? Because there are coaches, that love where they're at. They get the opportunity.
I hope that he
They're very
loves where he's
faithful.
at. He's 63 years old, and Indiana.
Damn, he's that old. I didn't think he was that old.
He's
Damn.
63 years old, and Indiana. He don't look 63 either.
Yeah,
he doesn't act like he's 63.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he got his first opportunity to coach a, power program, power conference team. Indiana gave him that opportunity because literally when, he talked about, he was at Alabama as an assistant coach under Nick Saban. He left and went to Indiana University, Pennsylvania to become a head coach 2011 because he said if he didn't do that, he said he never would have gotten an opportunity to be a head coach the way that his trajectory is going because he was already like 50 years old then. So I think that, I know everybody's trying. Power conference team. They're not a power program, okay? Indiana's not a power program. Power conference team. Oh, my gosh, man. I love it. Everybody's talking about my hair and Indiana not being a power conference team.
It was more hummus hero. Jeffrey's still so young. The life hasn't sucked all the happiness out of him yet. Exactly.
I love these comments, though. I can't help it. But all I'm saying is I feel like, to me, he can settle at Indiana because already since they made a bowl game, his contract is designed to keep adding money to it. He's already getting a raise, a bonus, all this extra stuff because they made a bowl game. If they end up winning their bowl game or making, like, if they make a New Year's, a bigger bowl game, like, all that stuff adds to his contract. But I really do think that if Indiana does really well, they have the money now to pay him a lot, at least $7-8 million a year, which would counter off almost any job that would probably hire him. Florida's paying Billy Napier like $8 million right now. If Indiana can match that, he stays at IU, in my opinion.
And pay your staff. Always pay your staff because your staff is what's helping get you there too.
Yeah, the staff's great too. I mean, they're the same guys at James Madison, and they all got raises too because they just made a bowl game.
Pay your staff.
So like Indiana's trying. They really, really are trying. I'm not saying it's going to work, but if they could keep Signetti for at least 5, 6, 7 years and Indiana can be decent, there's a good chance that they could become an average program overall in the future. Yeah. Average. Like, I mean, maybe
there's the thing too. Like, no offense, Jeffrey, Indiana is like a bottom level, like Power 4 program. I don't think Kirk
program of all time, but they have money now. That's the difference.
But Kirk Signetti is not going to like leave Indiana for a Wisconsin or an Iowa.
No,
something like
it's
that.
The Florida job. Like, it's the Florida or Florida State job. Those are the ones I'm worried about.
Yeah. Or like potentially in the next couple of years, who knows, like what jobs come open. Like maybe Marcus Freeman flames out at Notre Dame. Maybe
coaches
Michigan
comes open. Leave and move jobs when they're that old. Normally, though.
Yeah,
he almost didn't take the Indiana job because he said, "I like where I'm at James Madison." He just said, "I did it because he said, hey, I want to have a shot to do this at a power school."
No, and yeah, that's exactly the same situation. I felt like
I didn't realize
he seemed very content. I'm sorry, he seemed very content in James Madison. He doesn't seem like a guy who's like trying to prove himself, trying to be aspirational, and like he doesn't seem like that kind of guy that has this huge ego trip. like, hey, I'm going to prove I'm as good of a coach as Urban Meyer
If
or
he
something
stays
like
in
that.
Indiana, though, Sean, for 7-8 years,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 years, and has more success than
He
any
should.
other coach in Indiana football history, they'll build a statue of the guy outside the stadium. If he goes to Florida and wins 7, 8 games a year, no one's going to care. It's just like, okay, he made us better than Napier, but he still was a Spurrier. He still was an Urban Meyer. At Indiana, he'd be a legend forever.
Yeah,
I mean, Bill Mallory, best coach in the modern era, had a losing record at Indiana. Okay, Bill Mallory had a losing record.
And he seems like one of those, like, I mean, like he's a band or something that just sells out like 2,500 and 3,000 person stadiums the whole year, whole time. They never want to move on to that. They're not trying to like get to that stadium arena rock. Like, they know their lane kind of guys. I feel like that's what Kurt Cincinnati is. He's the Arcade Fire of head coaches. Like, you know what? I don't need to be the biggest thing in the world, but I need my fan base.
I have to shut this down really fast because Nevada is in the house, and so is
They upset Oregon
Clint
State.
Moses.
How about that?
And let's fucking talk Nevada football as they down Oregon State 42-37. Let's go Wolfpack. Do I have it ready for me? Do I have it ready? No, I don't. Let's go. There we go. Let's go Wolfpack as they down the Beavers.
Nothing elaborate like the duck montage that you got.
Wait. Nevada beat Oregon State this week?
42-37.
Wow.
Let's go Wolfpack. I have it written down here. Yeah.
Can anybody attest to this?
I've never been to Corvallis, so
I don't know what Corvallis smells like. I don't even
idea.
think I've been within 3,000 miles of it.
I don't know if it's. Oh, I haven't been there in a long time, so I don't know. But yes, the Beavers. Yes, Roger Dodger. Beavers lost. So let's go Wolfpack. Congrats, Neil. And those Nevada Wolfpacks taking down the Beavers at home. I don't know if it's a program changing win.
Yeah, I was about to say, they've been good recently with Carson Strong. I mean, it's not like they can't win, or even Colin Kaepernick in the past.
But they've been pretty bad the last couple of years. They've been
of course. I'm just saying, I don't really see it as a program changing win when they've had success in the past, though. It helps their season this year.
I mean, well, especially that's pretty bad because Oregon State kind of handled Purdue, didn't they? Earlier this year,
I think Purdue's playing a little bit better since they have made a couple changes, but I think it was more just Illinois quit. I guess.
Because that's why I said the Illinois score was like, what? Absolutely what?
People remember what Notre Dame did to Purdue, and some teams have just destroyed Purdue this season. So I don't know. Illinois, I mean, they can't get away with Michigan.
Yeah, what was the combined score in their games again?
Oh yeah, Wisconsin, right? Wasn't that like 52-6 or something?
Yeah, I think that was. I think that was exactly that score. Yeah, Wisconsin. Man, what a tear Wisconsin's on. Huh?
Hey, they're turning it around. They are.
I'm telling you, Fickell's the real deal as a coach. I think people were kind of getting sour on him, but they're.
Oh, they were absolutely. I mean, they're not an elite program, but they have standards. No. So
yeah. And he's a really good coach, and they have a really good staff there. So I'm not kind of excited to see Wisconsin turn things around. Wisconsin, I think, might be the toughest. Oregon has to go to the jumper, right?
Nope.
Yep. So. Yeah, I was there to see Ohio State. That was a hell of an environment. I mean, that was that's the best experience I've ever had at a college football game last year, going to Madison.
Hey, I don't think Sean has a point, man. Wisconsin is playing a lot better. I'm not saying it's going to hold up, but I mean, they're not the same team that they were when they got destroyed by Alabama. Okay, they're getting better. They're playing a whole lot better. If that game was played right now, it'd be close the way Bama's playing. So, yeah, it's not the same. Teams change. They do. A lot of people don't understand that either about teams. They're not the same. Teams change throughout the season. I don't trust Alabama as far as I can throw them right now compared to 3 weeks ago. You know, it's just the way it works. Wisconsin, I thought they were garbage at the beginning. Now they're decent. They might go 8-4, maybe not, but they're better right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it was going to take some time to figure out. I mean, Wisconsin was a Stone Age program. I mean, they were stuck in the 1990s the way they were running that program.
The issue is I feel like Luke Fickell, the problem he has is that he's trying to convert the team to a completely modern offense like everybody else, and he doesn't have the players yet to do it. He just doesn't. If he can get the players to run what he wants to run, they'll be dangerous. But he doesn't have it. He has like one receiver that's like okay, Pauling, and everybody else is pretty bad. And that's the problem. You need to have multiple weapons on the outside to run an offense that's not 1990 style.
Well, losing your quarterback doesn't help. Losing your quarterback doesn't help.
Well, I think it did help them this year.
Well, they're doing better now that Van Dobbs is gone.
Yes,
but it took a few games.
So interesting. Like the two high-profile transfer players on that offense, Van Dyke and Malusi. Malusi's basically just left the team. He's not there anymore.
But see, that's like Dave's point right here. They can't recruit the receivers. If he can't recruit the receivers, then they're never going to win at a high level. He needs the receivers and a better QB, but the QB's playing better now.
Like, listen, his Cincinnati teams had so Alec Pierce, Tyler Scott are NFL players right now. And God, who the fuck is the other one? But yeah, they've got three receivers from his time at Cincinnati that are in the NFL right now. And then they had another a tight end, Josiah DeGuara, who's still collecting paychecks with the Packers. I mean, he got good players. He got good, capable receivers to Cincinnati. He should be able to in the NIL era at Wisconsin, you would think.
Well, I mean, it's like Moose said when Ron Dane and Barry Alvarez were there, Wisconsin was feared. Well, I mean, the thing is like, yeah, they were fantastic, but that style of play, what Barry Alvarez had going there, would not work today. That it can't work today. That's why Paul Chryst was going in the wrong direction. You know, it was changing. Even Saban was like, okay, we had Derrick Henry, a mid quarterback. And we were winning championships. Well, guess what? They had to actually have a quarterback. They actually had to have Lane Kiffin reinvigorate the offense to win still. If they were still running the football like 90% of the time and had an average quarterback, they weren't going to win anything anymore. You have to change to the modern style of play. And I think Fickell's doing a okay job at that, but it's not all his fault. They just don't have the players to me. I don't think they do.
But they're making solid progress. I mean, like these last two games. I mean, what's their combined score? It's like 100. It's like 100 to like 10 or something like that. Last couple weeks, 100 to 13.
Yeah, they've been doing great.
Yeah.
Adam says Cignetti may leave after this year, and my only response to that is that Cignetti has never left a job after 1 year. So
that seems like it would be offensive to him. Like he seems a little bit old school. No,
every school he's been at, he stayed like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe he does. I don't know. Adam could be right, but I hope not. Got to give him an extension.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like that kind of guy to me.
I'm sorry to keep pulling up comments. Ben's gone, so there's so many good ones. Hummus says Chris wasn't doing that bad. They just Wisconsin wanted more. Toward the end, he wasn't. Anybody remember that last season? They were garbage. Okay, they were like 2-4, and they were going to end up being like 3-9, 4-8 that season. They were bad. So yeah, Chris was not going to do any better. He was never going to get back to the peak of his tenure. It wasn't happening because he could not change the style. The only Kirk Ferentz can make it work with completely garbage offense and win. He and even he's like, okay, we got to score like 40 points now. So it just doesn't work.
Yeah. So,
did anybody catch what happened with BYU Arizona?
I did not. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was a blowout.
Not
Oh, yeah.
close.
BYU is looking pretty good.
And see, even they started out the season not all that well. Even though they were winning, people are like, oh, well, they're barely winning. They've gotten better. So kudos to BYU. I think they're going to trip up eventually. I don't know when, but they're playing well.
So far for me, BYU SMU has been the most underrated game of 2024. Because like at the time when people heard of it, no one was really thinking about, oh, these teams are going to do all right so far. No, people were talking about how sloppy SMU was after their matchup against Nevada in week 0. BYU, we really didn't know what to make of them. Now it's been the only loss for SMU this season. So it's been
And
pretty
how about
good.
the Washington State
Yeah.
Cougars, also 5-1?
There's a lot of decent teams that you wouldn't have expected to be good this year. You know, Washington State, SMU, BYU, Indiana. I mean, no one was expecting any of these teams to be doing all that good. So, I mean, that's made college football
And the
pretty fun.
elephant in the room, Army Navy. Both
Army
ranked.
Navy. There you go. Sorry, Spaz. I forgot those two.
Exactly.
Army Navy is a perfect example.
What's gonna happen if Army and Navy are the two best teams of the American Athletic Conference? That's the situation.
Well, the winner would make the playoff. So
No.
I mean, if Boise was to stumble,
I forgot about Boise. I will say, though, hey, wait a minute, though. I forgot. What happens, though, because I've seen some people say this. This is a scenario. This is why my brain had a brain fart there. Sorry. Boise State, if they end up somehow being higher ranked than the Big 12 champion, they get the 4th spot. So what happens
Yes.
then? Does that mean that the 12th spot goes to the other champion, the Big 12, or does that still go to the group of 5? I don't
I think
understand.
it still goes to the group of 5.
yeah.
If James
No.
Madison
It's the 5th highest ranked conference champion. So, like, the official rules don't make any distinction between the group of 5 and the Power 4 here. So there's nothing in the language that refers to those distinctions at all. So if say Boise State ends up like 11th. And the Big 12 champion ends up like 17th. You know what?
Boise State could lose to UNLV. Don't they play them this week or soon? They play soon. I can't remember when they play, but they play them.
I don't think it's
but
this
the
week.
thing is that doesn't Army have like Notre Dame or something?
Yeah,
So,
Army has Notre Dame the
That's
week
the thing.
before.
Like, if Army
rivalry
beats Notre
week.
Dame, they're gonna shoot up the rankings. If they went
But
undefeated,
Navy has Notre Dame every single year.
Yeah,
right?
but
So, yeah, both
Navy's going to have Notre Dame on October 26th.
So if both those teams somehow beat Notre Dame and both of them were undefeated, the winner would make the playoff. There's no way that you can't. That would just be insane. Now, will that happen?
Yeah,
Probably not. But
not in a million years losing to both of those teams.
it's not going to happen. I'm just saying if it did, they deserve to be in the playoff, the winner.
UNLV has Oregon. They're at Oregon State this Saturday. That's going to be a primetime game on the CW. Will UNLV get the curse of the CW? And then next week, they have on Friday night, October 25th, it's Boise State at UNLV.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the game that can make or break Boise right there. They could drop that game because honestly, they didn't do all that good against Hawaii outside of Genty.
No.
Genty's fantastic. That guy is just insane. I've been saying it for 3 years how great he is, but the rest of their team still sometimes.
But if we're talking about the curse of the CW, are they either following up or preceding Charmed? Because I do think maybe that cast could that could put a spell on them. I don't know.
Well, they never put a spell down Carolina.
Maybe Alyssa Milano can put a spell on UNLV and cause them to.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But okay.
Yeah, I don't think Ben cares.
But, we saw Iowa State being West Virginia, and it's the first time since 1938 that they are 6-0 in all of college football.
Dawson's Creek was on the WB before the CW. That's so old. Oh man,
I don't know exactly what channel these are. I'm just showing like generic, like
Yeah, Charmed I think might have ran over the CW, but started on the WB. But man, Dawson's Creek, that was like the 90s.
Yep. You guys remember Varsity Blues? Anybody watch that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And James Vanderbilt came.
I love old media, so I know all this stuff.
Old media. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff's not even old. I like watching 40s and 50s movies too. Like, I like old media, but even now the 90s is not that new. It's not that new.
Oh man.
I mean, what Katie Holmes was in Dawson's Creek. She's like 45 now or something. I don't know. 50? I don't know. So that was a long time ago.
That's what happens with age. You remember like bands, even bands like in the 90s, you're like, man, they were like 22. And then you're like, listen to them again. You're like, damn.
Like
they're in their mid 50s now.
Or Green Day. Yeah.
Oh, no. You shut. That's the fourth time I'm kicking Jeffrey off the show. How dare you bring up such a terrible band? How dare you?
Hey, I prefer listening to 70s music, so I don't doesn't do anything for me.
Thank you. I was like, good lord.
I like Boston and stuff better. I'm just throwing stuff out, man.
I can appreciate that.
Well, we could at least say, now we need to add a new ticker. How many times Ben cuts me off? The new ticker of the list, right?
I have.
Hey, Sean, question.
Jim Arn knows what's up.
What happened to your
Jim Arn in the chat knows what's up. There we go, Marshall Dillon.
I'm sorry. Wait. Spaz, what was that again?
What was going on yesterday with your Denzel Burke? Man, he was getting smoked.
Oh man, it was a rough. It was yeah, a couple rough. Oregon had some good route designs on those, and he didn't play them now.
I mean, Todd Blackledge was like, "What's happening here? This guy's a number one, top 10 pick in the draft."
I mean, yeah, it was not a good showing by Denzel yesterday. That's all I can say. And he got beat twice deep on basically the exact same route design, like where it was like a post and go, like the receiver goes up, fakes post, and then cuts back outside and gets to the outside. He got beat on that exact same play design by two different receivers, and I mean, like, that was, and we left him on an island because we trusted him, and sometimes you get beat when you do that. I mean,
I have to ask you, Sean, what were your thoughts on Jeremiah Smith's push off?
It was bad. It was a terrible call. Okay. So one, I don't believe it was a push off. I believe that play looked more violent than it was. And I've told people this. He's literally 50 pounds heavier than the guy that was covering him. So the content.
Go find the damn play, will you? Go find the damn play, will you, Ben? It's got to be easy to find.
Yeah. Go find it. Go find it. I'll break this down. I'll break this down. I'll tell you why I think this was wrong. I will. Why it was a bad call.
Let's do this.
Is it?
Yes. It's fine.
Hold on. Is it that play you want, or the one where Will Howard slips on a banana peel?
No, it's the push off, the PI.
I know what the fuck play it is, Spaz. I'm taking a joke.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh! I'm sorry.
Yes,
I started
no.
a workout.
Like,
Calm your
like
hemorrhoids, Ben.
I,
I'm gonna 6'10" on you.
but I want
I,
to say, like, even if it was like maybe technically the right call, it's one that basically never gets called in that situation.
But in that
So
situation, you have to make that call. That's the
wait,
problem.
See, the thing is, from
Those kind of
Sean's
calls
point
have
of
not
view,
been.
from Sean's point of view, at a critical point in the game like that, a crucial point in the game, a lot of times you don't make a call like that because of the fact that it's at that point of the game. But at the same time, he did push off. Now, I will say Sean is right that he is way bigger. It's just one of those things. If it was in the second quarter, no one would care about the call. No one would care because it's like it doesn't impact the game that much because
well, I mean, but here's the thing. That never gets called in the second quarter of a game. Like, how often does an offensive player ever get called for a push off? Like,
Not
you can watch.
often, unless
Have
it's.
you seen how many players have been doing that
You
this
can
year?
watch a full day of college football, a full day, and probably
not see
the chances are less than 50-50 that you ever see a receiver get called for a push off.
Hmm.
Does that mean like it's not happening at all during any of these games?
No.
There's
No.
been a lot of players pushing off this year, though. I will say that, and they have not been calling it that much. Still, but it's been happening. Like I remember in the Alabama-Georgia game, they called it against Georgia twice for pushing off on Alabama's players, the Georgia receivers, and they probably did it 15 times in the game. And that's not actually hyperbole. They did. They just kept pushing off. They're such an undisciplined team. It's unbelievable. If the refs actually called every foul against them, they would never win anything. I mean, they're not disciplined at all. That's not, again, to me, hyperbole, man. If there's a Georgia fan in that, they'd rip my head. But I'm serious, though. Like, they pushed off against Bama all game long, and they called it twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of people they just barely ever call.
Jeffrey, I wanted to bring this up here. Texas, we were. I think the title of the show was like, "Who should be number one?" This isn't close to me. There's no way that you can't make Oregon number one right now. No way. No chance.
I think the only reason Texas remained number one is because they played a ranked team at the time of the game and they blew them out. I mean, it's just kind of hard to move them down.
And they've got some sexy brand name wins. Michigan, Oklahoma. Those aren't good teams this year. They're not
good teams, but in the mindset of the media, they are. But I agree with
you asked me about the thing. I'm sorry, I was trying to pull it up. A lot of them didn't show that clip for some reason. They cut it out and or didn't do the replay up close. The push off, I agree with everything Jeffrey was saying, though. If it was second quarter, maybe it gets called, whatever, don't get called. It's not going to affect the game. It's just because it happens so late in the game. Just like Oregon didn't get that pick in the first drive, which would have stopped 7 points for Ohio State. So it was kind of like a mix and match. And then there was something actually I wanted to bring up because people were laughing at it and going, how do you make that mistake when Oregon took a timeout with 10 seconds left and had 12 men on the field? That was a genius strategical play by Dan Lanning and Tosh Lupoi to go, screw it. Don't allow a play. Burn clock. Take 5 yards on a penalty if they noticed.
I tip my cap. That was absolutely brilliant.
Lanning was not pissed. He was like this. They caught us. Okay, cool, whatever. Incomplete. We burned 4 or 5 seconds.
You know you're going to get caught. You play with 12 players. You have to expect to get caught.
I know, but
when
he wasn't upset.
You know the rules.
You knew he knew it. You knew what he was doing.
Ryan
you
Day
knew
knew it was coming.
Hey Ben, was that timeout call smart in your opinion?
I was a little kind of like, oh, really? We're
I wouldn't have called the timeout. That's me.
To put 12 men on the field to not allow a big play and burn 4 or 5 seconds off the clock and just take a 5-yard penalty on 3rd and 25. Brilliant.
I will say it is kind of genius.
Brilliant.
I will say the more I think about it, because I thought it was dumb he called the timeout, but that
it almost sort of came back to bite them because if Will Howard is able to get to that landmark like a half second earlier and preserve that last 1 second on the clock, then they have a chance to kick what would have been like a 46-yard field goal to win the game.
It's a gamble like any coaching staff
Right.
does, but the fact that they got pressure and made Will Howard scramble around like he did, then
I don't need to scramble because there
and
was
then he didn't get the first down or out of bounds, so the clock was going to run. So I mean, you had to have been like right there. It was going to be tough to call that.
The thing
timeout
is, he
no
could have
matter
gotten
what.
down.
I mean, he could have given himself up he could have given himself up at like the 32 or at like the 32-yard line.
I'm saying. If Will Howard had have gone down quicker, there would have been 1 or 2 seconds left. And then you could have kicked a 50-yard field goal. It would have been long. You heard Howard himself in the postgame. He was trying to get closer, so the field goal will be closer. He ran out of time. It's a bang play. You can't even really blame Will Howard there. And Ohio State fans blaming Will Howard to death. Oh, he doesn't. That's not even fair. Like, he tried to do the right thing. He did the wrong thing, but he tried to do the right thing, and it was literally like 1 second difference.
This is. I mean, and that's why I say
not even a 1 second. He started his slide. There was 1 second. By the time he finished it, there was 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bang bang. It was so close.
Yeah, you're in the motion, and I mean that's it. We're watching these games, and it's as fans of specific teams, you're always going to critique these teams. And even I look at it and go, that was really stupid. But at the same time, you go, man is just trying to make a play.
Yeah.
And the time just kind of ran out in his head under pressure. And he tried and then realized, shit. I mean,
you win some, you lose some. I mean, Ohio State got caught on the wrong side of a bang play like that.
It happens.
Look at the Notre Dame game last year. They won on the final play of the game. Okay, literally the final play of the game. Ohio State beats Notre Dame. It happens. Sometimes you fall on the wrong side of a play. It's just the way it works. I mean, Ohio State normally comes out on the right side, but they didn't in this game. I don't really think it's, indicative that Ohio State's trash. They're a great team. They're an elite team, but they were 1 play off, just like they beat Notre Dame by 1 play last year.
And Tony points out more. This is more where it fell apart. After the offensive PI, they burnt like 10, 12 seconds. And everyone acted like they didn't know what was happening. That's on the coaching staff. Ryan Day's been a head coach for how many years and acts like he doesn't know that the clock's going to start running. Or
these clock rolls, I mean, they're so idiosyncratic. Like,
but you're getting paid.
It's really hard to know.
Sean, you're getting paid $8 to $9 million a year to know these things.
Yeah, I mean
I'm sorry. If I'm getting paid $8-9 million, I'll study clock rules.
There's a lot of stuff that happened at the end of that game. I mean, Jeremiah Smith pushed off that could have not been called, that ended up being called, the timeout, the 12-man on the field, the slide from Will Howard, not being with time left. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of a couple different things that it could have gone in Ohio State's favor. Because I mean, if Jeremiah Smith got pushed off, they win the game probably with a field goal. But they could have missed. Maybe got blocked. You don't know. It was close. It went down to the end. They're both elite.
That's all what makes this just one of the best games we've seen in years.
Absolutely.
I mean,
there's 4 different plays on that final drive. If the outcome was different, it could have gone the other way.
And I mean, probably about a dozen plays during the course of the game where the outcome's completely different.
This is what we wanted to see, though.
Yes.
It was a heart attack. Trust me, I do not like these heart attack games by Oregon. I can't stand them. Me and Spaz have dealt with enough of them over the years. These disappointment and stressful ones, but because when I saw a flag for the 12-man on the field, I thought, oh no, what did we do? And it was and then you look back, you're like Tony says, that was, I do believe it was intentional. It was a genius strategic play to go 5 yards through it.
There's zero doubt.
I thought it was going to be roughing the passer or something really stupid that would give a first down and put field goal range. And I just about died inside. Literally about died inside on that flag call until that. But This is the game you wanted. This is the game you wanted to see.
Did we pull up the OPI play at all?
I was looking for it, but they some of the highlights I've seen have cut it out or didn't show the replay of it. They just show the initial play, but they don't show the replay of it.
I mean, there should be something.
I know there are some, but I'm not sitting here for a fucking hour looking for highlights to fucking play a highlight reel. It was called OPI, and it was an OPI. The rest.
See what Ben did is he saw the replay, realized the call was complete bullshit, and now he doesn't know. You guys see it.
I understand the arguments with Ohio State fans to say
this is a typical Ohio State reaction.
No, I understand the argument because there were the arguments that Reed engaged first
Ben,
with the receiver.
You must be looking on YouTube because I literally found it on X in like 1
second. Okay.
Like,
then show it. Just no volume.
Okay,
just
I found it in 1
volume.
second. It took me literally 1 second of
Yeah,
trying to
I
find
know I know that, but I'm looking for the replay.
Okay,
Right,
you gotta slow that. Okay,
you gotta slow that down.
That's what I mean. I was trying to find the slow down.
It's hard to make it go slow.
Yeah, go on the setting.
go to 0.25 if you can.
Playback. Here we
50%,
go. Here we go.
There you go. 0.25.
All right, well, let's get back to it. Let's get back to this thing. All right.
Wait.
See, he extends his arms.
That's a complete extension.
No, he does not extend his arm. Go watch.
He did sell it, but he did push off though.
Wait. So here he goes. The Oregon guy is pressing him right here.
He engages.
No. He engages. That left arm clearly never extends. This left one. This is what Zach Smith was saying. Like when you extend this left arm right there, that never breaks 90 degrees.
He extends. He extends and pushes off to create separation. That's all you need to do.
Create separation.
Look at his arm right here. Look at this arm. I mean, you got to stay right there.
Armpit, Sean.
His arm is his arm's at like a 65-degree angle. It's not extended here. This is what I'm saying. Because of the reaction of the Oregon player, because he has. Of
course, it was because of the reaction. But I mean, Jeremiah Smith's a massive dude, though. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it looks like he did so much. He did so much more than what he actually did.
Created separation and then caught the ball.
Well,
doesn't matter whether it's 5 yards or not.
Jeffrey, can we show
the 5 yards thing is not anything here.
That's
but can you show me any evidence? Can anyone slow this down ever and show me any part where either of his arms are straightened out like 180 degrees?
It's clear
under the straight out. You just push.
No. Watch frame by frame. Like this left arm never breaks.
Look at the arm
never gets breaks. What is his arm extended on this? How's his arm? How can you see?
His arm is bent here.
Are you saying you can't see the difference in color because they're the same color?
His left arm is bent.
He's calling it a black on black.
Zooming in, like we're zooming in as far as we can zoom here. Like I can't get it any closer.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, to me, it looks like he extends that arm. It does.
It does.
Should it have been called? I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a full extension. The point is, if you push off to create separation, which he did,
that's a foul.
Technical. And now it doesn't get called a lot. I agree with you.
Okay, so if this was not called here, would anybody be complaining that Jeremiah Smith got away with an OPI here? No one would.
You're only complaining because he got called for it. That's the difference.
Because it was a bad call.
Because you lost the game. Shut the fuck up, Sean.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Sean. If this was an Oregon player that did exactly what Jeremiah Smith did, what would your reaction?
Backstage timeout.
It was the same call. it would be an insane call. Like he just got bodied because he tried to press a guy who was like way bigger than
I
him.
don't know, man. I feel like
That's
some
exactly
Ohio
it.
State fans would be crying foul though if it was the other way around.
I don't know.
It,
I mean,
it
like,
would be. I'm not saying you would be, but Ohio State
the
fans
call
will
was
honor
crap.
for sure.
The call was bad. Here, this never gets called. This never gets called, even in like the second quarter of a game.
Okay.
This is a call. It gets called like 1-2% of the time.
By the refs.
Again, the no interception call
It's a
or
bad
replay.
call.
The no interception call or replay even on the first drive was a bad call.
Yes, it
by the
was.
Big
It
Ten.
was a very, very bad call.
So
It was
this
a
kind of
bad
made
call. And this is a
let's just put it
bad
this way.
call.
This kind of made up for it. This kind of
Let's
balanced
just
it out.
say,
No,
Let's just
it
say-
doesn't, because this is way more impactful than that one was. Way more.
Oh God!
Ohio State wins this game if this call is not made.
Hold on. The big man is messaging me.
Mark Smith.
I.e. Mark Rogers. Let's see what Mark is saying.
Mark's gonna agree with Sean.
He's saying, "Watch our language."
I haven't said
I
anything.
apologize.
It's gotta
I
be you
apologize,
guys.
Mark. Maybe I've been cursing more than I normally do. I don't know. Everyone, watch your language tonight, okay?
I
let's
guess
tone it
Ben's
down.
made
pile.
the counter already.
Oh, God.
Let's tone it down.
So are we done with this? Should I take it off the screen, or we need to play it again?
No, we're done.
I
We're
would
done
say
with it. We're
one
done with
thing.
it. We're done with it.
This
We're done
is
with it.
a typical. Anytime Ohio State loses a game, they cry. Ah.
I will
What
say, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. I mean, it's not. Like, again, Ohio State, Notre Dame, final play of the game. They won. This time they didn't. I mean, it is what it is. They're a great team. They just fell short.
But here's the thing. The result of this game is almost meaningless in a way, especially if
Exactly.
these two teams.
We're gonna play again in Indy.
All Ohio State's got to
so-
do is beat Indiana by 50 later in the year, and they're all good.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a game.
The thing is, like, the Big Ten championship game is a lot more means a lot more than this game. Like, this game was fun as hell. It was awesome.
Hey, you guys, let's talk about a real. These guys have been saying it all night. Let's talk about a real PI call that was not called. That probably cost USC the game. The overtime Penn State blatant.
Well, I've heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
USC had that game. USC gave it away.
call it.
Did anybody see that game? All USC had to do in that game on the final drive of the game was not stall their offense out. They were at midfield with 1:30 left, and they just stalled their offense. They had the game. They had the game, and they absolutely blew it. They blew it. Shame on USC and their garbage conservative offense on that final drive of regulation, because they would have won the game.
But let's talk about the PI that was not called heading into the end zone that would have probably given USC a touchdown in overtime. Did y'all not see that?
I didn't see that part of the game.
What game was I watching? I need to get multiple TVs so I can watch more than that one.
TVs like Mark does.
It was in overtime. It was USC's only possession of overtime. It was
I think I was watching Illinois Purdue at this time.
It was their first drive, their first play from scrimmage. Miller Moss went back to threw a fade route towards the corner of the end zone, and about the 3-yard line, as the ball's coming up, the Penn State defender's like hooked all over his arm and has his jersey, pulling him to the ground as the ball goes by him, and right in front of the ref, and no call.
Why are we complaining about USC losing?
I'm just saying. We're talking about blatant calls and non-blatant calls. Well, that non-call cost USC that game.
Well, there was much more than just that cost them that game.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
But
it.
I'm
It's not
saying
as
they
easy
had
to
the
pull up
chance to win in
Jeremiah
overtime.
Smith. It's
Oh,
not
so
as
USC
easy to
was
find.
up-
Take it away.
USC was up 17 or 20 to 3 at one point, and then just pissed it away. So
Can we talk about the absurdity of Penn State being number 3 in the country? Like, no one on earth thinks Penn State's the third best
They're
team.
They're not number 3.
That's
No
why
one
you
thinks-
tune in to the top 25 that actually makes sense from Mark Rogers right here at the Voice of College Football.
Awesome. Did I earn my royalties for that setup, Jackson?
Indiana is closer to Penn State than Penn State is to Texas, Oregon, and Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really actually do. Yeah.
What was that, Jeffrey?
Indiana is closer to Penn State than Penn State is to Texas, Oregon, and Ohio State.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Do we think that that's like the tier right now? Like that's tier 1 right now. Is there anybody else that can be included right now?
I mean, Georgia and Bama would have been until they started imploding. Right now. I mean,
that's the big game this week, so we should probably talk about that a little bit. Like
we can, but can I also call out
Bama, Tennessee? So
I want to call out all the USC fans. Every year under Lincoln Riley has been a rebuilding year. So can we stop the nonsense of rebuild year? Stop it. Every year you guys say it's a rebuilding year until you implode. Stop it. Just stop. Thank you.
USC imploded in the game, though. They had the game. They should have won the game.
I know. But every year they're like, we're gonna.
Wow, I thought, they're gonna win. Like I thought I might have been crazy picking them, but no, they had it and they gave it away for whatever reason. Because I mean, I thought Lincoln Riley was aggressive on offense. Again, not on that drive.
Refurbished.
But they've imploded. They've imploded and given the game away multiple times this year. They imploded against Michigan. I mean, I guess it's semi.
Actually, USC could be undefeated right now very easily.
Yeah,
very easily, and everybody be like, "Oh, they're great." You know, there's not much separating them from 6-0 and 3-3. There's not, but they're 3-3 because they can't close out games.
That's the funny thing. Grinch can't be rebuilt. Yeah, so you got rid of Grinch. Defense looked better. What's going on this year? What is happening?
They don't have a God mode quarterback.
Well, the issue is that their defense has gotten slightly better, but not good enough to offset the fall off on offense that they've had. They were an elite offensive team last year. This year, they're just a good to great offensive team, but their defense is not good enough to compensate for that.
Well, this is where me and Spaz get to laugh. Me and Spaz get to laugh.
They're below average defensively.
Me and Spaz get to laugh because USC and UCLA started the final destruction of the Pac-12. Oregon, Washington jumped on board to finalize it, and now Oregon is kings of the Big Ten.
Along with
Indiana. Sorry, Indiana. Oregon's kings of the Pac.
I love.
Hey, they're both 6-0, 3-0 in the league. Come on.
I know. Shout out, Indiana's doing great. We don't play.
I'm sorry. I'm having fun with it. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed with Alabama right now. I got to be happy about something.
What does this even mean? The Colin Cowherd Mafia has them 31 every season? What does that mean? 31?
I don't know. I don't worry too much about what Colin Cowherd's got to say about college football because it's clear.
No, but Tony said something. They have them 31. Like, I don't know what that meant.
Probably rankings, but Mike Ford. Michigan's a joke. So yeah, back off. Oregon now is the kings of the Big Ten. You're welcome.
They better not. That's all.
Mike.
If somehow Oregon had been voted number 1 in the AP this week, which I didn't think it was going to happen, it was going to be number 2, some more first place votes. I was going to name this title of the show, Oregon is kings of college football.
Ben, I agree with this comment. We could do it. We could do it.
We could.
Yes, we could.
Matt, the Furious 5.
Yeah, man, I'm up for it. James Jackson. Let's do it.
I don't even know what I would want to get paid.
It would be great too, we've got like perfect regional diversity right here. Like I'm right in the Midwest. We got Spaz in the Northwest. We've got a Texas guy, we've got a deep South guy, and we've got kind of a mid-Atlantic guy.
Yeah.
Like perfect regional balance.
Put some Southern ties in there.
Yeah, we
you know?
can recruit in
go
all
both
areas.
ways.
What would you guys want your salary? What would you guys want your salary to be?
Give me $100K
About 20
a year.
million. Yeah.
Give me $100,000. I'll fucking do it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would do it for $100
Damn it!
grand.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd do it. Can't you do both?
Hey,
We can still do this show. Come on.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
I am not as
Who's
I
Daffy
am
Duck,
not
Roger, me or Ben?
I'm not as cheap of a date as Ben.
I'm gonna walk away.
I would go
Austin
for
said
200.
I would make a great
Walk
running
away.
back head coach, and all the running backs, they weigh like 100 more pounds.
What
Yeah,
was it about Daffy Duck? Guys?
Moose, you and Mike Fort in both of your wet farts.
Middle.
Hope that Michigan can do that. You guys can't do dog doo-doo.
100 grand.
All we're going to do is stack the box, play single coverage in all your poop receivers, and you're not going to do nothing.
Are you talking to a Michigan guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean's
they're gonna
sounds
beat
about
us.
right.
Okay, I came into that kind of late. I'm like, yeah. I heard poop receivers, and I'm like, you must be talking
Well,
to
I'm kind
Michigan.
of chilling my language because Mark's like, hey.
What is this even supposed to mean right now? What is that supposed to mean? Come on.
Tony, what are you drinking right now? I need someone.
What does that have to what?
That's like the fourth nonsensical post that I've seen come from him. I really want when
Yeah,
he's
but they sure are.
Yeah, it is. It's Mike Fart. You're a little better than Idaho.
Why did Adam
Yeah,
keep
well,
saying I
didn't
got
Michigan have a couple of those games last year?
In Columbus, like I know they're going to lose.
Be
to Ohio
quiet,
State.
Mike.
It's okay.
You're not on the panel anymore, so go troll in your rocking chair, Mike.
Oh, God.
You and Moose both.
I can't believe you.
I can't wait for Oregon. I can't wait for Oregon Michigan week because it's gonna get
Oh my God.
Ugly.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
that is popcorn week. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Signetti's gonna dog walk you on a leash, Sean.
Signetti's gonna dog walk me?
She must
Well,
have been
Ryan
on
Day.
Game Day. She must have been on Game Day. That's what he's saying. On Sydney.
Who are you talking about?
Tony said
What-
we didn't watch Game Day. He must be talking about maybe she was on there. I don't know.
Wait. Sydney Sweeney was not on Game Day. Is he talking about Caitlin?
I didn't watch Game Day, so I wouldn't know. I have no idea.
I've only watched like bits and pieces of Game Day just for like Coach Saban, but that's it. I mean, it's like the way they're trotting out Lee Corso constantly. I don't
Lee
like
Corso was the reason I watched Game Day. I love Lee Corso. I love watching him on there, even though I know he's struggling. But when I was younger, he just it was just so cool, watching him. I know, and now he's not contributing much, but I still like seeing him on there.
True.
No. But we had Sweet D on Game Day this week, and she was like fucking the best. It was not
Here's
Sydney
the story.
Sweeney.
He did.
This must have it. This must be the truth. Then I don't know.
He did.
Oh yeah,
And
Oh,
she
yeah, I
absolutely.
saw that on Instagram about the Sydney Sweeney thing. I saw that. That's right.
Yeah, like I don't follow. I didn't know that.
Sydney Sweeney called me back.
Yeah, and when I don't follow pop culture or anything present.
Sure,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
like,
I saw a post the other day that showed like all the biggest stars in Hollywood or whatever. It was on X this week, and I literally posted on there. I have no idea who any of these people are because I feel like an old man. I'm like 27, and I have no idea who any of these people
Well,
are.
see, the problem is, Jackson, is that we live in an era now where for some reason, because little kids are on the internet, we're now uncles and all that. Like older Gen Z, we're uncles now. It's like, dude, just because you might be an uncle in real life doesn't make you an uncle, okay? You're not old. Just because there's like 5-year-olds on social media now doesn't make us old, Jackson. You're not old yet, okay? Like, give it at least another 10 to 15 years, all right? Like, come on. At least.
I want to recreate a little scene where Jackson and Jeffrey. Can you guys recreate the opening to the All in the Family opening? Do you guys know that?
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade. Yeah.
I know
you would fit in perfectly.
Jackson do that.
Those were the days.
No. Jackson and Jeffrey seem like they should be making that.
Hey, maybe we should do that for the call-in show. Like that could be like our intro for the next call-in show.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, Jackson, it's good with me. That's cool.
There we go.
Thank you, Adam, for the super chat. Appreciate that. But thank you so much for saying for the 80th time that Indiana's gonna. I got to give a eulogy for the law. Like, it's okay if they don't win, they don't win. They haven't beaten them since '88. It's all right. It's all good. I'll take 11-1 any day if they lose to Ohio State. That's fine with me.
What day did they play in '88? I'm just wondering.
Indiana and Ohio State would be playing on November 23rd, which I assume.
But in 1988, the last time Indiana won.
Yeah, last time Indiana.
I'm not sure what day it was. Give me a minute.
November 23rd.
It was October 8th.
Yep.
All right, so Indiana has not beaten Ohio State in my lifetime yet.
Yeah, Bill Mallory was
the last time
you weren't alive for that game?
No. The last time Indiana won was 20 days before I was born.
That's insane.
Yep.
Well, you've lived a great life, Sean.
Are you calling me old as fuck?
I'm just saying you've lived a great life, man. You've just beaten up on Indiana. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody cared about it until this year.
We just go to the Indiana tree and pull out W's.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Should Indiana make the playoff at 11-1? I say yes.
Well,
yeah, of course.
There's no debating that.
If they're 10-2, probably not, but 11-1, yes.
I just can't believe, like I remember there's one of the guys on Cover 3 saying, "Oh, well, there's a 9-3 Ole Miss team and an 11-1 Indiana team. I'd put 9-3 Ole Miss." I'm like, bro, you've been snorting something.
Dude, most of those people said Indiana was going to go 3-9. I kind of think that their opinion's a bit invalid.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now, guys. I'm calling it right now. If Indiana is, I believe it'll be 10-0 then, and Ohio State would be 9-1. If that happens on November 23rd, ESPN Game Day will be in Columbus.
It would, yes.
Because I'm looking at the schedule of all the games, and that would be the highest rated game of the week, in my opinion.
Adam with another super chat. Roses are red, violets are blue. Hey, Signetti, sorry, no confetti for you. It's all good. It's all good, Adam. It's all good. No problem. If Indiana loses to Ohio State, it's no big deal. They do it every year. I mean, a close game would be pretty cool. Maybe. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, remember,
Adam, I love me so much. Start sending me some of them super chats.
Remember 2015? Were you around? Do you remember 2015, Jeffrey?
Yes, that's the 34-27.
Xander Diamont.
Yeah, Indiana.
Xander Diamont led them down to the 10-yard line. They had a goal-to-go situation to either tie or potentially win the game if they went for two.
Oh, I remember.
I will say that Semi Cobbs was a very underrated wide receiver. And why did he not make it anywhere? He was a very underrated wide receiver. Semi Cobbs. Nobody remembers he exists. That guy
absolutely. But I remember like Cody Latimer around the same time.
Oh, Cody Latimer,
Yeah.
man. Cody Latimer, Semi Cobbs, Tevin Coleman, Nate Sudfeld a little later. I mean, Xander Diamond. I mean,
great.
When
Richard
Nate
Lago.
Sudfeld was
Richard
actually a
Lago?
little.
That guy would
Nate
throw for like
Sudfeld was
500
actually a
yards.
little bit earlier, right?
Evan Wilson was in his 5th year as the head coach at that time. And
It's just crazy to me, just all those players at that time. But you know what Indiana didn't have? A defense. They didn't have a defense. That's why they're better now because they have a defense a little bit.
And it was interesting. Like when Tom Allen became the head coach, they got a defense and they had no offense. They never had the
schedule.
The only time they kind of had it was, I guess, 2019 or 2020 with Penix, and the defense was pretty good. But it wasn't good enough overall. Now I feel like they're more complete. Now you got Dave with a super chat. Man, we're killing it with the super chat. See, Indiana's bringing in the super chats. There we go. Even the Oregon Ohio State conversation didn't do it. It's Indiana.
Keep bringing them in.
This is the SEC, though. Can we talk the most overrated conference called the SEC? Seriously, why is the best team the SEC struggling with the MAC? Barely good in the MAC teams.
I'm guessing he's referencing Georgia struggling with Mississippi State, who lost to Toledo. I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody struggles against bad teams sometimes, but maybe Georgia's just isn't all that good this year. But we'll see. Maybe they'll get better.
I mean, Georgia's had too many of these moments this year. I mean, like
so is Alabama though right now too, and
I know.
Would anybody be surprised if Georgia beat Texas? Would you be surprised?
No.
And I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, I'm not saying I'm picking it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
In defense, Tim, I got up on this panel and I defended USC today. I said
Me too. They should have won
by that homer no call on the Penn State PI. Am I right, kids?
Yeah,
they should have won, and they wouldn't even have needed
That's
all
right,
those calls to go their way if they just had a scored on the final drive of regulation. But I agree with you.
I just want Tim to know that I defended USC.
That's fine, but now we're talking SEC, and that is an interesting topic. You need to bless me
too, Tim. I'm on your side here. All right,
and that's fine. Let's deal with the super chat here of Dave Walensky. That's why I don't want to go away from it. I don't know why we keep going away from super chats. Let's talk about it because, at least briefly, because obviously Vanderbilt is a different team this year. Vanderbilt is a totally different team, but Georgia giving 31 to Mississippi State.
Good.
What was that? I saw the score final. I was like, what? Are they really missing Dan Lanning right now? Like, what is happening with Georgia defense?
They obviously are because their defense is falling off a cliff.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Texas struggled mildly with Mississippi State the week before, and I thought like that might have been a sign of struggle. But like, God, 31 points.
Yeah, I mean, Mississippi State is not a good team.
485 yards, and they still only won by 10. That's sad.
And South Carolina. I mean, Jackson can attest to this. Alabama was in a death scare.
Alabama should have lost the game. I mean, they did not recover the onside kick. I mean, they are such an undisciplined team.
I was like,
Nick Saban's era. I mean, I know it's a high bar, but you can't recover an onside kick. The first guy, I can understand how he missed it because the ball was curving and all that. But how did the second guy miss it? How? Like that was abysmal. Just absolutely abysmal by that guy that he missed it. And then South Carolina recovered. South Carolina, all they needed was 15 yards, get a field goal range, kick a field goal, they won the game. They should have beat Alabama, but Alabama survived because South Carolina's quarterback, Lenore Sellers, is basically Jeff Sims, but better. He cannot stop turning it over. He just turns it over like every 2 seconds. He's talented, but he can't keep the ball in his hands, and he throws dumb picks, and he fumbles all the time.
Same with like Aiden Childs at Michigan State too. Like you can see the talent, but like not really ready to lead a team anymore. But
good comparison. Good comparison, actually. Yeah. Good comparison. I don't know what it is with, and that's why I would say, is it the NIL thing? Is it coaching changes? Is it just other teams cashing in with NIL, like Vandy, for instance, and getting these other better players
Indiana.
now that makes things closer? Or are you seeing the narrowing of the gap overall now, where there is no dominant team? I know Jackson's dying inside right now. He's like,
Hey, I'm dying
Don't,
too. I mean, I know you
don't.
forget, Ben, but I am an Alabama fan. You remember that, right? I don't know if you do, but it's hurt me over here. That's why I'm basking in the Indiana.
I was hurling F-bombs when I saw that onside kick.
I did not do that, Jackson. I did not say any bad words, but I'm not going to say that I was feeling all too good either. I tried to keep it PG while I was watching the TV, but I was mad. I mean, I've never in my life seen Alabama play so incompetently like that on a play.
Man.
I mean, the first guy, again, understandable. Second guy should have had it. Bama's in trouble if they can't get this stuff fixed. They are in trouble. You would have thought coming off, me and you said it on the call-in show. You'd have thought, okay, they're coming off. They're coming off the Vandy loss. Embarrassment, complete embarrassment. They're going to blow the doors off of South Carolina. And I was more of the conservative approach of saying they only were going to win by like 20. Everybody was saying, oh, they're going to win by 60 and 80 and 150 and all this. And I'm like, yeah, no, Alabama's kind of not that great. So I'm going to say 20. They should have lost.
I had Alabama winning by 18. So it's like, as they say,
me and you were like chilling here. But everybody in the comment section, the homers, oh boy, we're gonna win 80-0. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not gonna win 80-0. But if they did, at least they would have said, hey, they turned it around. Nope. They're obviously just gonna keep lagging, man. They're lagging. They're like a PC. It's about to blow up right now. That's what Alabama's doing. They're lagging hard.
Those people that were saying 80-0 Alabama, obviously they can't win 42-14, let alone 80-0.
They did against Wisconsin, but that was a heyday, man. That was a long time ago. Our
and Wisconsin did a lot to help Alabama in that cause in that game. I mean, they were a mess at that point.
Well, they
lost their quarterback
after that game.
But they lost their bad quarterback. And their good quarterback probably didn't practice enough.
Exactly.
Brayden Lott's a better quarterback than Dyke, I'll say.
The thing about college football is how things change quickly.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, after Alabama smacked Wisconsin, all everybody talked about was, is Wisconsin even a good fit for Luke Fickell? Or are they both a good fit for one another? Now nobody's even talking about that topic now. There's not a question that Luke Fickell is nowhere near a hot seat. It's the funny thing that things change in all of college football.
Just like how Kurt Cignetti, nobody knew that he even existed a few months ago, but now he's a candidate for the Florida and Florida State jobs if they come open. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. People are reactionary. They see the last thing that they saw, and that's what they go with. That's nothing wrong with that, but you got to look at the big picture. If you're going to be an analyst, if you're going to actually critique things fairly, which most people aren't an analyst, I'm not saying we're analysts either, but you have to look at the big picture. You can't look at the last thing you just saw, like Oregon's now the best team in college football because they beat Ohio State. No. Does anybody remember the Idaho game, the Boise State game? Stuff changes. They've gotten better, but they still lose.
Yeah.
Well, I will say,
the best team when they beat Georgia, lost to Vandy. Stuff changes.
I will say, Ashton Genty is still running wild on all of college football, though.
And, week 2 after
this is insane that right now he is the betting favorite by a pretty significant margin.
Oh yeah,
exactly. And
a few weeks ago, how could especially in this era of college football where everything has been so concentrated, all the sludge is like drifted towards the Power 4.
I will say,
how could a G5 player be the betting favorite to win the Heisman Trophy midway through the season?
He does it every week, in and out. Like we watched I know Chaz and I did. We watched the Georgia Southern replay, and I'm like, Oregon's going to tackle better, and we did. But then he still had like 3 big 50-plus yard runs against us.
A few
yards, and we were like, Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Bouncing off our guys like he does it. He's done it
Sure.
this entire season.
And I mean, this team is going to be a legit threat to whoever they play in the playoffs,
I will
assuming
say,
they
though,
run through the rest of them. Assuming they
only-
run through the rest of them.
The only thing that could prevent Genty from winning the Heisman or being there as one of the finalists,
he'll be there.
is
No
an injury.
question.
That's it, because he's gonna be.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, keeps doing what he's doing, he's either gonna win the Heisman, which he should, or he should be a finalist. The problem is he's a running back. Any week, anything can happen. Look at Blake Corum. He might not have won the Heisman or even maybe been, but he probably would have been a finals. But it all tanked for him because he got hurt. It all ended.
I'm going to call it right now. At minimum, Ashton Genty is the Doak Walker Award winner.
So he just has to stay healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
He's almost earned that already.
Because of an injury.
Yeah,
You never
exactly.
know.
Exactly. He's going to be the Doak Walker Award winner at least, if
You
not
know-
also in New York. If not,
A few weeks ago when Oregon Boise State played, after Oregon State won a tight one with that game-winning field goal, a lot of people talked about how Oregon's sloppy. It's a long year, this, that, and the other, right? And what was it that I kept telling people the past few weeks? And Spaz, what was it that I told when I subbed for Ben that week on Oregon week?
The Oregon, the Boise State win is going to look better and better every week. The longer that Boise State keeps winning.
And what else did I say that Oregon was saving up their best stuff for?
Ohio State.
Exactly.
yeah,
I said it the last 3 or 4 weeks too.
yeah, we've been saying that
Ohio State.
Ohio State
we
was
had some
saving their
stuff
stuff.
that Ohio State hadn't seen, and
See, I don't know if Adam is quite aware of how rhyming structure is really supposed to work here, because this is not.
Oh.
Yeah, you're talking about the roses are red, violets are blue.
Roses are
and
blue.
then you got Dort with Dort, but nothing rhymes with QB.
Yeah, nothing rhymes with blue. Nothing rhymes. I mean,
QB.
this is a mess.
Okay. In all fairness, if you listen to most of mainstream music, they just make up words to rhyme, so they're not even speaking English.
have you listened to any Taylor Swift sings?
I don't, Spaz.
No.
Boston Sticks.
Exactly.
No, but I know little Uzi Vert makes up a lot of words to rhyme with other words. So
Hey, I
So
will
I
say,
get
appreciate
it.
the super chats, Adam. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Helps the show, the channel, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
yes. But we need to.
Thanks for giving Indiana press too. I really
Okay.
appreciate
Yes,
it.
There we go.
This is
Yeah,
the very rare A B C C
Yeah.
rhyming structure.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
The fact I know that reference is only because you hear Taylor Swift every time in the grocery store. Otherwise, I
Oh.
wouldn't know that.
Oh,
Exactly.
ew,
Thank you.
ew. I don't know what grocery store you go to, but that's disgusting.
Every grocery store plays Taylor Swift.
So
Yeah, no, that's not true.
we
Yes,
just
it
got
is.
an update from the Voice of College Football, and it's the top 25 that actually makes sense from
No,
Mark
it doesn't. It never does.
The top
Well, you're gonna
25
love this
never-
one.
The top
Baz.
25 that never makes sense. Oh, my
You're gonna
God.
be very
I'm
happy with
renaming
this.
it.
I wouldn't say that. You're gonna be very happy with this one. You trust me, Spaz?
All right, I trust you this one time.
All right. Well, let's go. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, where is it?
I don't know if I trust him.
Oh, let's see.
I don't know what's happening.
I actually did read the super chat. I did read it.
He did.
I did read it.
Yeah, we did read the super chat. Yeah, we did read the super chat. They're
No
making
one else
fun.
read it. I
thought it was good. I thought it was good.
It wasn't
I
bad.
thought
It was
good.
cute.
I thought it was good. I
Here we
don't know
go.
why
Hold
everyone
No,
else had
I
a
appreciate
problem
it,
with
Adam. It was funny. I love it. I'm just having fun on here. This is what After Dark's for. It's what After Dark is for. We're just having fun.
Yeah, everyone else was like critiquing it like hell, and I'm like, what?
What
There we
happened? Did you
go.
lose
Okay,
it?
that can be interpreted wrong.
enjoy-
Here it comes.
I enjoyed Snifflator. What?
That can be interpreted way wrong, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
All right,
voice
Come on,
stakes too
Indiana.
low.
Do you think we're being infiltrated by any AI here? Because that
All right. We got let's
Keep
see.
scrolling.
There we go.
Wait.
look at Indiana at 8 and Alabama at 9. Who would have ever thought? Oh my lord!
Wow.
But
Oh my
how-
gosh, man! My second favorite team in Indiana is ranked over my favorite team in Alabama. This is broken. Oh my
This is
lord!
broken
See,
because
see,
Mark Rogers put Oregon on top of Ohio State.
Mark
What's
Mark
wrong with
No,
this
no.
picture?
Mark is owning that he picked Ohio State to win the game. So he has to own up.
I picked
to-
Oregon.
Gentlemen,
I picked Oregon. Did you, Jackson?
Spaz, yeah, I believe I picked Oregon on that one.
Yeah, I picked Oregon. I believed in your team, Ben.
Spaz?
Spaz, I did it.
Spaz, how do you
Thank you,
feel about
guys.
Oregon being number one?
So
in the
wait.
top
Jeffrey,
25?
I want to put Jeffrey
on,
and Jackson specifically
We
on the
gotta
spot.
do
Yeah.
this. Roses,
Roses
are red, violets are blue.
Hey,
Hey,
Spaz.
Spaz, you ain't all that jazz. Wait a minute.
Wait,
I thought you
wait.
liked me, Adam.
Oh
What's
my
going
god!
on here?
He has
Turn
still
it
Still
on.
not
nothing
gotten.
wrong with blue though. Nothing wrong with blue.
Yeah,
No,
I
He's
I
turning on
appreciate
me
this
now.
also. I appreciate this one also. Spaz getting called out for no reason, but I appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to keep my mouth shut here because
Spaz
you
has
need to-
I have nothing that
Spaz
puts
has
someone off.
pizzazz. Spaz has pizzazz. There you go.
Yep.
No.
Spaz,
I
how
mean,
you feel about Oregon being number one in
there
the
is.
top 25? That actually makes sense.
And I'm I appreciate that.
Spaz gets all
I'm
the
not
money.
surprised
Half
by
of it should go to Indiana.
how dare
Help
you.
out with that
How dare you.
NIL fund, baby.
How dare you.
The other
How
half
dare
comes
you.
over here to the Oregon channel.
The I did want
Indiana
to
channel.
we've been going for a
Alabama
while.
channel.
We have been going for a while.
Ohio State channel for
Yeah,
Chunk.
we have been going for a while, so I want to finish strong a little bit because we didn't touch upon it.
Oh,
And
by
it's
the
one-
way,
it's one of my notes.
sorry, Jackson. We have a call-in show on the Ohio State channel tomorrow night, don't we?
Not. Let me. I am not sure actually. Huh. No. Well, we got the Big Ten live show, the third
This train is
edition.
derailed. Sorry.
Yeah, call it. Yeah.
Tony
Sam of College
thinks I
Football
drink
with
Jack
Sam is
Daniels.
gonna join Darren Talks Ball for the third edition of Big Ten Live.
All right.
The Ohio State channel usually does. I don't know what day they run, but they usually do have a call-in
Yeah.
show. We had Mike on our show on our preview show last week.
Roses are red, violets are blue. This show kills brain cells like sniffing glue. There you go.
Hey, no.
There you
fine.
go.
Adam, take notes. This is the structure right here. It's A,
Hey,
B,
who's killing the most
C,
brain
D.
cells of the five of us? Who's killing the most brain cells?
Oh no! I don't need to know the results of that.
I've been losing brain cells for 3 seasons doing this show.
Ben's the crown, then. Ben's
I've been
the crown.
losing brain cells for a full year.
Dude, I come on the show to lose brain cells. I mean, it's
Yep.
all good.
Oh,
I think Spaz lost all his brain cells 20 years ago.
Okay, Adam, this is just getting kind of insulting here. Okay, come on. Your grandma probably didn't know Indiana existed until now, until this season. All right, like, come on, man.
No, maybe Anna's a Boilermaker. Maybe she's a food guy.
oh man.
Come on, John. Come on.
Oh man. That's
Right.
Oh, fudged.
such a good one.
What is Pac-12 even saying right now? Like, is this even allowed on screen? Like,
Hot
what?
Prepare to be well. What?
I don't even. I don't know if that's legally able to be on screen.
It's inappropriate. This is a good one too. Notice, just a thing for Chip Kelly's 0-4 against Oregon since he left.
Yep.
OC or head coach. So good job, Chip Kelly. They didn't boo Chip Kelly though. Everyone was like, "Are they gonna boo him?" I'm like, no, they're not.
Hey, can we talk about Utah and what happened to them? They've
Hey,
fallen
I do have a
off.
question. I wish I had got to. Can I ask this question before that, real quick? Because it's gonna get forgotten. What would UCLA's record be right now if Chip Kelly was the head coach still?
Better
They
than
might
it
have
is
3 or
now.
4 wins.
Yeah, better.
All right,
than
I
it
was
is
thinking the
now.
same thing. I'd say 3.
But
But now,
they're 1-5 right now.
yes.
I mean,
I think
I don't think he left him anything. It probably wouldn't have been enough.
Man is a fate worse than the place down under. It's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Adam is trying so hard right now.
But like,
This is the response to your question, Spaz. This is the response. That's what's going on with Utah right now. That's what's going on with Utah.
That was his worst game of his career, I think.
He was not healthy, man.
That was horrible.
It's bad, dude. Utah. I've been trolling.
He's not going to be entering the draft at this point. It's sad.
No, he's not. He's going to go coaching.
No, I think he needs to just retire from football at this point.
I mean, he should have made enough connections in Salt Lake City. He can just sell insurance the rest of his life.
Well, he can go into coaching.
He can sell lives.
He's got to know the elder of every Mormon church by now, right?
Yeah. Oh no, he's
like
28. He's like 28. He's like literally.
Doesn't Jake Coker sell real estate, Jackson?
Heck if I know.
I'm pretty sure I read that. As a former Bama quarterback, Jake Coker. He sells real
he's
estate.
getting a lot of money for sure.
Well, no. Every athlete that doesn't make it as a professional just ends up selling insurance and real estate.
Well, that's actually what a basketball player for Indiana is going to be doing.
Super
Anthony
Chad,
Lewis,
I got
bench
this
warmer.
one.
He's going to be selling real estate. How many real
got
estate?
this one.
What is
Roses
happening
are
right
red.
now
Thank
with
you,
these rhyming?
PNWU. Super chat. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Cam Rising can't scramble himself out of a shoe.
What is happening
What
right
is
now?
this show anymore?
I don't know. What is happening?
Oh my gosh! I'm so glad.
This show has totally gone off
We
the rails.
appreciate your contribution to the Voice of College Football.
This has to be the best show yet, man.
How does the show go off the rails after only 2.5 hours?
I'm
Yeah, it
like,
needed to be at least
Because
3.
it's just the 5 of us.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know how this started exactly and why it's continued to go on. Thank you,
It all
Adam.
started with Indiana,
friend.
man. It's
Yeah.
those Hoosiers.
Like,
Check out the Indiana channel. You get more of
Check
this, but without these other 4. It's just me.
Exactly, and you can check out the
Maybe I can bring them all on, man. Maybe you guys want to come on the Indiana channel, recreate this.
Anytime.
on me.
Anytime.
Oh yeah, you can check out the Alabama channel where
Ooh.
Jeffrey and I take your calls Thursday night.
We're at the promotion part now.
Yep, and you can check out Crimson Tide Live Monday afternoons on 5 p.m. Central Time. And you can check out Ben and Spaz bringing out their wackiness on Oregon at the Voice of College Football. Stay tuned for that. And Sean Garner, you can check him out on Ats and check him out on CFB After Dark and check him out calling in on the Voice of College Football.
Pacific Northwest, I don't know what's going on with Cam Rising or Utah in general because I've been trolling the Utah football fan cast that we had on last year before the Utah game.
Utah definitely sees trouble on the way, that's for sure. But what about Cam Scatbo from Arizona State?
Oh,
hey, Arizona State's had good running backs before, so hey, maybe
Scatabo is a good
Dilly.
back. He's a good back, dude.
God, like
we played him. He's a good back. He has a lot of potential. And some of those broken tackles, his stability, like to stay up. Oh, I mean, you can't coach that. That's just natural talent.
He had 156 rushing yards. My mistake. 158 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 22 carries. That's huge. That
Sorry,
is huge.
Cam Rising wouldn't be a good insurance salesman because he'd underthrow the. So bad.
It's brutal.
It seems like that would make you a good insurance salesman, right? Like you would, like you wouldn't provide the coverage that you actually promised.
Yeah, you make more money.
Yeah. It's like yes, we protect
Tony's
all
trying to help us
undersell the
out.
features of the home, though. You got to oversell those features now.
but it's the opposite of insurance, right? Like you want to
It's so bad.
you want to undersell what you actually cover. There.
Just don't cover it all, man.
I almost had another joke.
We cover, we don't cover anything. You just make money.
I had another joke to say, but then I was like, no, wait, that would be BYU. Never mind.
What the hell?
It probably would fit for you. It would probably fit for Utah too.
Where did this guy come from?
I don't know. I'm liking Pac-12.
Jackson, where did you come from?
I'm liking Pac-12.
Is it Pac-12 or POC-12?
I guess it would be Pac-12.
Yeah, POC. I think it's POC.
Yeah, I think it would be Pac-12.
All right, yeah, because I've been saying Pac-12 the whole time. I mean, I know it's spelt wrong, but like you can still say like stuff with a K, and, like Krusty Krab. It still sounds the same. But I instantly was thinking that.
What? Hold on. Hummus Hero is trying to break out some poetry. Reds are red, violets are blue. Oregon's uniforms are yellow and green, and white and silver and polka dot, striped, plaid, silver, metallic, black, space. You failed. Hummus.
No. You did not fail. It's brilliant. That is brilliant.
That's like spoken word
Time to break
more
it.
than rhyming.
Hummus Hero needs to become
you need like some sort of beat right there, like
Are
clicking.
you doing like a Rocky montage, Spaz?
I don't know what it is. It looks Just Dance to me. I don't know.
I'm afraid.
I think he's high on something.
No, actually, I haven't smoked all
I
week.
think if he
I
is,
know.
we all
that's
are. And
my
I know
problem.
I'm not.
I know. I'm just teasing you, man.
Oh, that's what I want to talk. Now we got a little break there. Thank you to the pathetic AP pollsters for ranking Army and Navy. Thank you.
You're
cowards.
behind. You were out, and we already covered that.
Well, how
Mr.
dare you?
Ben.
How dare you? I'm ending this show then.
Shit.
Those cowards.
But they didn't even rank Air Force after their triumphant win over Merrimack in week 1.
Oh no, because
stop.
they just got blown out this last Saturday.
Yeah, but Merrimack is their only win of the year so far. But I mean, like, come on, they beat Merrimack. How do you not put them in the top 10?
Wyoming beat them. Oh my lord! I will say I thought they were going to rank Nebraska for the Indiana game. I thought they were going to rank Nebraska so it'd be a ranked on ranked matchup, but they didn't do it. They are ranked in the coaches poll though, but they're not.
Come on, Pack.
Whoever Pac-12 is,
what are you doing, Spaz?
I love this person. I love this.
You kind of making Jackson's point a little bit more valid here. Come on, what are you doing?
Here, Pack.
Dude, this is just.
I feel like it should be the PR.
I don't even know what to think right now.
No, Spaz, Ben, and I have corrupted Jackson and Jeffrey here.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here, man, before it's too late.
Too late. Come on, let's give us your Justin Bieber dance there.
I don't like
Jeffrey.
Justin Bieber,
Don't be
man.
pulling that P. Diddy crap.
You guys
on
keep
me.
naming terrible music artists. I don't like these people.
Don't look at me. Don't look. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
Ben
not
likes good music over here, like me.
I'm not-
Classics.
I ain't
Justin
listening to
Bieber.
no
See,
bad
now
music.
in 5 years, people are going to say Justin Bieber is a classic artist now. Oh my
Now, see,
God.
Adam here. This would have been a perfect rhyme had it been roses are red, violets are blue. My grandma's taint has no love for Penn State.
Whoa.
Perfect.
Supposed to say taint, not taint.
Thanks, Neil. Neil, I got support from Neil. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mhm.
Oh my! What? Okay, everyone's got to stop with these rhymes. I
Dude,
can't
these
keep
rhymes,
up.
man. Mark is probably asleep. He's probably fallen asleep, and I hope he's still awake. Roses are red, violets are blue. Don't compare me to Ed Orgeron just because I like Oregon.
Okay, that's it.
I'm a believer in this channel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're in the gutter right now, man. We're below the ditch.
We're
in
in the
Mariana's
ditch.
Trench
We
right
done
now.
crashed into the
We're in
ditch.
Mariana's Trench under the ocean.
Yeah, be nice to
Mark-
Jeffrey. He's just a
Fire every once in a
baby.
Yeah, Mark would have should have fired me a couple years ago.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't think. I mean, I'm newer here than everybody else to this show, so I think I'm okay. I don't think I could get fired yet. I'm not newer to the voice of college football. I've been here for 2 years, but not this show. This is the first year I've gone all in.
It's pretty hard to get fired from a show you actually have to pay to be on.
Hey, we're doing great, man. I mean, people are loving the show. I mean, the super chat, appreciate the super chats, the rhymes.
There's still 58 people watching the show. I mean, it's been consistent.
They're not leaving either. They won't leave until you hit end, Ben. I mean, they'll never leave. Like they'll be here till 4.
If any show on the voice of college football could build a cult, it would be this show.
It already is a cult, man. I mean, where else can you find Mary Mac? Okay, it's a cult.
Or 1984 BYU.
Yeah, 1984.
No,
We're talking about
no.
1984.
You can find all the talk about 1984 BYU on any of Mark's shows.
Sperm donors then.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I wasn't around for 1984. I don't want to ever be around for 1984.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I hope my team doesn't end up like Purdue.
That's a good one. There you go.
That's a good one.
Don't be a Purdue fan. What's it? Oh yeah, Adam's grandma Anna. There we go. Don't be a Purdue fan. Okay, just do not.
Me and Spaz shouldn't laugh that much about this because we have to go to Purdue this week. So who knows?
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, we shouldn't be laughing so hard. Those are the type of games that you lose and you go, "What happened?"
1869 Rutgers, man. I mean, that's all that they can tout. If they weren't the birthplace of college football, what would Rutgers have? I mean, Greg Schiano's it. I mean, they wouldn't have anything else. I mean, sorry,
they would have the lovely Piscataway, downtown Piscataway. I'm sure there's great pizza around there.
I know Sniff bottom left boy smell like buffalo wing.
Wait, Oregon's not having a national championship, right?
We got Neil.
Oh, no.
We got Neil.
Oh, yes.
Neil.
Oh, my God.
Neil.
Again, we already did, but shout out Nevada taking down Oregon State. Shout out Nevada.
Those dirty, filthy, polyamorous beavers.
I'm sorry, I'm a Bama fan. Keep chopping. I'm sorry. I'm really excited about Indiana, man. I'm sorry. I have to be a little bit, man.
I can't blame you. I can't blame you. We can't. None of us could blame you. Indiana is looking good. I'm glad we're not playing Indiana this year. I'm going to leave.
I'm
I
glad
want to
they're
leave
not
Neil's.
either because I want Indiana to have a good shot to make the playoff if they can. I don't think it will happen, but I'm excited for them.
At this rate, you're in a good shot to make the title game. I mean,
Happen. I hope it does.
it
It'd be insane. I mean, a lot of people they only know me as the Indiana guy. I know that, but I do like Alabama. I've been watching them since I was 3. Watching Indiana since I was like 14. So I mean, I love IU, but Alabama's first.
Do you remember a way back quarterback called Michael Penix back in year 14? You started watching them like in 2022. Is that what you're saying?
I started watching Indiana in like 2018.
Oh.
Okay. I started watching them in 2018. The first game I really got invested with Indiana football was when they were 4-1 and they played Iowa when they were 4-2 back in 2018, and Indiana got murdered. That was the first game I watched fully of Indiana football. Before that, I remember the Indiana Duke game with the field goal. I watched that game, but I didn't watch Indiana like consistently until that game. I don't know why I started watching them that game. I think that I saw Tom Allen running all over the place, and I was like, I like this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the Peyton Ramsey?
Yeah, Peyton Ramsey. I mean, such an underrated guy. And Tony, thank you, but they're not gonna like this comment. I'm just having fun on here. Ben, Sean, Spaz, Jackson, all of them are fantastic. I'm just here having fun.
No. I can't resist that comment. Like, yeah, of course.
Well, was it 2018 or 2019 where Tom Allen headbutted the player and like busted his nose?
Oh, I think that was like 2020.
It was either late 2019 or 2020. I can't remember what game.
I thought it was during the COVID year.
It was the Michigan State game in 2020. That's the game.
Okay.
Because they picked off Michigan State and he headbutted with Jamar Johnson, a defensive back. I remember it now. It was the Michigan State game. Indiana destroyed Michigan State in that game. Absolutely destroyed them. Man, they were so good that season. They were so good.
I couldn't remember which one it was because I just remember him being like busting his nose. I'm like, that man's a psychopath.
Jackson wants to be on. Jackson wants Stephen A. Jackson wants Stephen A. I mean, if Stephen A wants to come on the Voice of College Football or anywhere or my show, fantastic. But I know Jackson wants Stephen A. I'm not a Stephen A fan, but hey, Stephen A can come on the show if he wants.
Neil, stop it. Stop it, Neil. Pacific Northwest Ute. Neil, just save the show with a super chat. Neil, you drive these shows a lot of times. Not just all the chats and all the comments and everyone involved in the chat. But Neil's is like
going places. He's already places. Neil.
Yeah. Neil is like the superstar.
Neil is doing great.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to give a special. That's why I always want to give a special shout out when we can for Neil and Nevada. We have the Wolfpack in our sites. They're on my notes right now. That's why I want.
Yeah, and they play Boise State in a couple of weeks. Big game.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Traveling Fool says link. Traveling Fool should know where the link is.
Exactly.
You know where we're at.
You know where the link is.
Yeah. Traveling Fools, just jump onto the show 3 hours then, okay?
Yeah.
It's because this show has been on the same time, the same night for 3 years.
Because he has his trivia night at the same time.
He wanted to create his own show during the same time, like a year ago. So that's TF's fault, not ours. So I had an F word to say, but Mark will get on my ass. So Neil, though,
watch your language.
Wow.
Watch your language.
Yeah, Neil, definitely. I gotta leave Neil's.
We're not gonna fucking swear here on the show.
Jerry says, "Where are you guys from?"
I have to leave it up because it's just so good. Oh, well, there we go.
Can't leave it up. We got another one, Ben.
Can we hit 300?
We'll go back to Neil, but we got another one.
Can we hit 300? We got 260. Can we hit 300?
Yeah. Remember, $100 another hour. That's the way we roll around here at the Voice of College
Missouri
Football.
Missouri playing UMass. I'm sorry, that's despicable this time of the season. We
It's
hate
a
that.
garbage game.
Yeah, we hate that. Stanford is terrible.
Oh, and that was a
Stanford is
7-7
awful.
game at one point.
Yeah, but Stanford's awful.
At
I
one
think we
point,
figured that out.
7-7 game.
It was.
What?
Who did Stanford play again this week? I know they got.
Trivia
There's
night's
that
older
Clemson.
than this.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Is
Not on
TF
this night.
telling a fib?
That's a
Is
lie.
TF telling a fib?
That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie.
Jackson's got the super chat counter going on right
Yep.
now. We're
That's
close.
a
We're
lot.
$39
$300.
away from another hour of this show if Ben wants to do it.
I will not, but I'll let you guys do it because you guys can end the show. But yeah, Missouri playing UMass. I'm sorry. This is the SEC thing. This is the thing everyone hates. Everyone hates. Even
I
SEC
hate
fans.
those games.
Week 6, 7, you should not be playing UMass.
Hey,
No.
Bama used to play Mercer in the Citadel right before Auburn.
Hey,
so,
Alabama
I
played
can't say
But-
anything.
Louisiana Monroe in, like, week 12.
Everyone in the SEC used to take that second to last week off and play like an FCS team.
Alabama
That
still
was like
is.
tradition.
Oh my gosh. Pac is at it again. Pac is at it again. Jackson, you paying attention to this, man. You paying attention. I'm not even going to read that. I'll be put on a watch list. I'm not.
Red, violets
Out,
are blue.
out,
I don't only sniff
out.
Jackson. I sniff Jeffrey too.
I am not reading that. I just
So
no,
good.
no.
So good.
He wanted to know who this Stephen A. guy is if he could sniff him.
It's so good.
Oh my
That's a
god.
good one. I love this. I love this. I love
Yeah.
this Fox 12 guy. I love him.
Yeah, Pac is getting he's getting on that borderline train, man. He's crossing the Rubicon here. You know, I mean, come on. And see, that's some
man.
old history right there. That's some old history. 44 BC. Crossing the Rubicon.
So good.
Bring-
Oh man.
Traveling Full
So
says,
this-
email me the link. Are you serious right now, TF?
No. Yeah, I'm not emailing anyone the link. It's in the Discord.
It's in the Discord.
It's a
fool.
lie. It's a live
email
link
me
in the
the
Discord.
link. Like, what?
Traveling Fools, the link will cost you $39.
Yeah, another
Yep,
hour of the show.
$39.99. Yeah, we'll email you
Oh
the
my,
link.
John with the I can't even say comment of the night. There's been like 80 billion. That's good, man. That was good. Traveling Full says, I'm not a Discord nerd. He's insulting us, fellas.
That's
He's
why
insulting us.
it costs you $39.99 an hour. $39.99 an hour.
What is happening?
Oh my god.
No, Neil. We love you, Neil, but no. None I know of. None of us have OnlyFans.
Jeffrey guards his OnlyFans with his life.
I don't have an OnlyFans. You said I was 15, Sean. You're 16. I don't have an OnlyFans.
Well, that's why you have to protect it. That's why you have to be so secret with
Oh
it.
my-
Jokes YouTube. Jokes YouTube. These are just
What?
jokes. Jeffrey is of legal age. Relax. Relax. Relax.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, if the stream just shut down like it did the other night, you know, when what was it? Was it Sean? He accidentally ended the stream.
Shane.
Like, it would not. Shane, sorry, Shane. It would not. I thought his name was Sean too for some reason. Shane, when he ended the stream, man, like, it would not be surprising me if it ended right now. Like, it just quit. Oh my god. No, I don't,
know.
Jason. I do not. Just because my channel is called Only Talk Sports does not mean anything. Okay, I only talk sports. Make
I don't know what's
I'd rather
I don't
take
know.
the 100,000 working for Oregon football. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, hey, if we could all be national recruiters and just make $100,000 a year, I'd be like, I'll take it. I'll take that. Sit here and be like, hey, I'll take it. I don't know what's happening tonight, though. This has gone off.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm questioning my decision to come on here. I don't know. It's worth it, man. The Colt's all right, man, but we're going past the Colt. Okay, we're passing the cult. I don't know. This ain't normal, man. This ain't a normal cult.
Be sniffed or sworn.
Hey, I mean, don't.
Jackson with the gifted membership. Let's go. There it is, Sean. Sean's the one that, or was it him? Sean Bryant, right? Or was it Shane?
That's
Shane
me.
did. Okay.
Actually,
Wait, that's you?
Okay.
Tony it was Tony L.
Oh,
that
that's
guy.
you?
Tony.
Yeah, I'm
I
Sean.
didn't know that was you. I thought your name was Spaz, man. I didn't know.
No,
We can't have this. We can't have this behind the scenes. TF, check your DMs. Seriously, no link. We can't have this stuff.
Yeah,
We can't have
literally, man. People are coming for us now.
No, we can't have this stuff.
No.
Tony, I think you just got it gifted from Jackson. I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right?
if you did, Tony, email Mark. Let him know you got a membership. It's in the description of the video.
You can
Mark
join the
Rogers
cult
TV at
next week.
Gmail, and he can give you the Discord link, so you can get the Discord with us, and you can join the open panels.
oh no, now he's going for Pack. He's going for Tim.
Pat Tim.
Oh,
Tim.
I don't know who this is, but I love it.
reviving an old conference here, the Pac-Tim.
Absolutely love it.
There is more humor on this show than every year of Saturday Night Live combined. Okay, there is more
Right?
humor on this show. I mean, why is there not like 1 million people watching this? Really, I don't know, man. This show is
I'm
insanely
surprised
good. I
Tim's not
swear.
in here. Going, what in the hell?
Oh, he's in the chat, just losing his mind.
Gosh, man.
Yeah, this,
Oh.
I don't know what.
I don't like Jerry Tarkanian because my guy is Steve Sarkisian. What? What?
This feels like a vaguely anti-Armenian post here. Come on.
Now we're delving into racism now?
Yes,
Are
of
you
course.
kidding me?
Obviously, the Italians and the Armenians have
No. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm leaving.
Oh, Jesus.
No one's
John's
requesting anything. Like nobody wants that. I mean, if you guys do, that's fine. I don't. I mean, no.
Hey. I mean, like, if Pac-12 wants to sniff you, I mean, like, you should be honored.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, this is not
Better him
something.
than the aliens.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Of course. Like you've got to make your alliances now.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going crazy right now. The comments are insane. Oh my God, hummus!
I got tears. I'm dying so hard here. Oh my God, we're pushing 3 hours. What the hell is wrong with us?
It just kept going. It just keeps going. I was trying to end it
I don't know
earlier.
if it does, Tony. I don't know.
Jeffrey might not exist in about another 10 minutes here.
All right, carry on for 2 or 3 more minutes.
I'm like, I mean, you remember that guy? You remember that guy Jackson that died laughing in the Looney Tunes show? You remember that guy?
Yeah.
You remember him, right?
Yeah.
What was it? Cubish, JP Cubish or whatever.
Yeah.
You remember he laughed so hard.
Here lies
JP
JP
Cubish. And then he
Cubish.
kept haunting Daffy the whole time with the $1 million, and he was losing the money. Oh my God, I'm gonna die laughing, dude.
Oh man, who wasn't like that, dude? Oh my God.
Okay, that might get it banned now. That might get it banned. Pac.
Sniff me after sniff.
Oh my God. gosh, dude, these people.
No, we are literally sending Jeffrey to like hysterical. Like I'm actually semi afraid for his safety right now.
I gotta blank the camera for a minute. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
This
I'm
guy-
over here
oh my-
crying from hysterical laughter.
You guys gotta stop, man. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Oh,
We
boy.
still got 55 people in here. What the
They're not
They are
going
all-
anywhere
and,
fast.
and they are dropping bombs in the chat. All of them.
Jesus. Oh, now Austin's coming in. Oh my God.
Tony! Why?
Austin, you don't want to be here right now. We're getting thrown.
Austin's probably not legally allowed to be here right now. I don't know. Shit.
Austin, you may not want to be here. We're
I'm
getting
just
thrown.
here because here's the thing. I feel sorry for you guys because in the morning when Mark wakes up, heads are going to roll. I'm sorry, but y'all are getting fired.
It was worth it.
My stomach
It's
is
worth it.
Hey, we
hurting
made
right now.
$300
My
tonight.
stomach is
You
hurting.
can't fire us.
That shouldn't even be funny, but I'm already laughing so hard. I don't want to either, Adam. I'm done. I don't want to scratch and sniff any perfumes. I'm done. I don't want to do anything. No.
Jeffrey, you got to save that for your OnlyFans that Sean was talking about.
You can scratch and sniff perfume, cologne, whatever. You get it in the mail. Used to anyway. I'm old enough to remember that.
Do you still have any scratch
Somebody
and
dropped
snips?
some edibles. Dude, Mr. Beast meals are jam-packed with junk that shouldn't be in there, man. If I had some of that right now, I would be going off the walls.
Jeffrey, you like your edibles. You got to have the gummy bears. You got to have the fruit. It's all part of a nutritious lunch. I mean,
Chocolate.
you got to make it through the
Chocolate.
day.
Dude,
Exactly.
you gotta eat some
Yeah.
broccoli in there sometime, man, or you'll die of cardiac.
You got to get your mushrooms. You got to get your mushrooms in there as well.
And don't forget your protein, like a good steak, maybe a pork chop, or a good rump roast.
Oh, we got
Or a
TF.
brisket.
We got TF.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Now we're really going to hell.
Now we're really going.
Is this what Ben was behind the scenes doing?
All of you are so worried about Mark Rogers burning this down. Have you never watched the Miami post-game shows? Because
never
if
have.
you think that this is bad, then you should get over there. But goddamn, what the hell is going on over here?
Hey, close to 10,000 subs traveling, fools. You're doing great.
Hey man, we're closing in. You know, trying
There's
to
a
make it
reason
good.
it has the most subs. Miami don't have the most fans, but you're right. Your show is insane.
Hey, we got the best looking women and the coolest motherfuckers. So, you know, we got that going for us.
Even better looking than Jackson.
Well,
guess what?
I will say this. You are better looking than that slim guy.
Oh man, come on now. Slim Shady Cans, he's a beautiful man. He is a beautiful man.
Every time I hear
We
Slim
just call him
Shady, I
Slim
think of
Diddy on
Eminem.
Spaces.
Right. Yeah, so I'm sure we have been over here gloating about being Oregon fan, ranked number, probably you as well, Spaz, ranked number 2. That is
right.
absolutely awesome. I'm happy my Miami Hurricanes were sitting where are we at? Like number 6, 7?
6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, right in there. I
barely
like
beating
that.
Cal and Virginia Tech, and you're still 6. That's amazing.
Wait, what? Barely?
Don't take us lightly,
or
traveling fools.
I would consider 1 point and a reviewed
One
Hail
play
Mary.
against
And a
Virginia Tech,
reviewed Hail
one
Mary
play against
barely.
Cal.
Yes, I would consider that barely.
But you know what does consider that? None of that makes a difference. It's a W, baby. It is the
That's right.
W.
But you
When
said
it goes
you
into the
like
schedule at
Campbell.
the end of the year, it's
It's
the W.
It's an upside down M. Right.
Well, 100%.
Mhm.
So
I don't think
all we
Ben's
got to do
coming
with
back,
those
guys.
W's.
I think Ben's
Yes.
done.
All I got to say is you're dancing with the devil. And guess what? It may catch up to you Saturday, traveling fools, because you're coming to Louisville. You're coming to our city now.
More like you're
I
running.
like
We play
it.
ball
That's
down
right.
here.
More
Right.
like you're running with the devil, rather.
Wait. So we have two. So now I've got Dave Brown. Dave Brown, good friend of mine. He's a Louisville fan. So now I have
Oh,
two
no,
Louisville friends. I like it. Look at this. We got Mid up here. He couldn't
Yeah,
stand
of course.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
gosh. Tim's here.
We've been on for
I
3
am-
hours.
Oh,
Let's
no.
invite
Oh, boy.
everybody
It's all
in.
going to
On
shit
this.
now.
Oh my god.
Ben, you gotta go to bed now, Ben.
I have to stop. We gotta stop allowing this back.
Have you ever heard anybody whine more than Ben?
Yeah, Tim
I mean,
shows up
No.
and Ben says we gotta stop allowing it.
I was gonna call into Tim's show earlier, but I knew he'd lose his mind, and the chat was just laughing. They're like, "Yeah, don't do it."
I don't know what the hell Ben's talking about, but anyway, yeah, you're right, Traveler. He is a bit difficult to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very different. Yeah, I've actually hung out with Ben, the host of this show, in person. I've actually hung out, and he was difficult. Like I was like, "Hey, man, let me buy you a burger or something," and he had to be like, "Well, is it gluten free?" and like all this stuff like that. So I had to go through all these 9 yards. Yeah, he's
Hey, at least it
very
wasn't a
difficult
veggie
to work
burger.
with.
I had to bite my tongue because Mark already texted me saying stop the F-bombs. So you're lucky. I bit my tongue there.
Man, if only Mark was
And
still
no,
on.
that's not true. That is not true. And welcome to Tim to the Kings of the Big Ten,
Good
aka
Lord.
Oregon.
You know, Big Ten, get ready from this from Oregon. They're going to talk. They're going to quack for about a couple of weeks, and then they're going to get blasted by somebody, and they'll disappear like they always do throughout the history of Oregon football. So enjoy it. We're used to it in the Pac-12. They just kick everyone's ass, and they'll lose a game they shouldn't lose, and then, well, that'll be the end of the Ducks for the year. So
And then Jackson's going to have to run after dark.
Yeah, me and Jackson might be able to save the day at that point, maybe.
Here we come to save the day.
I'm like Moose and all those guys over at Michigan last year. I truly believe we're going to go 12-0 now, baby.
This was the epitome of the game we were gonna lose. So
Yes.
Wait,
I have
are
to
we-
keep good shape to make.
Why are we talking football again? Don't try to make this with. Okay, go back to what you. So I'm gonna leave. That was my cameo. You guys are having a lot of fun, so I'm gonna leave and let you guys get back to the.
I actually paid $39.99 for that cameo from fucking Mitt right there. Those are quite expensive. And go over there to Cameo and check it out. Mitt will come on here
Oh
and
my
do those
God, I'm
cameos.
dying. My guts are killing me.
Dude, I'm telling you, Spaz, my
That's it, you
stomach
can't
is
leave now.
rising. I've never laughed so hard for so long in my life. I don't think.
I don't know.
Somebody
I'd
what's
have to
up.
go back and think, but I don't think so, man.
Somebody check Jeffrey's Lunchables box.
Tim, I really-
right now.
Tim.
Hey,
Right.
I
He's
just
putting
got
my-
I hope you got a
Gotta stay.
screenshot of that. Like that's a life.
If I stay, will Pack sniff me though? Because I'm
What?
getting scared.
Well, he declared you very sniffable. Like you have to get a
Wait a
screenshot.
minute. I getting
You're
back
welcome
to
to the
Jeffrey's
costume.
Lunchable. Getting back to Jeffrey's Lunchables. When did they start putting like these 6-ounce Boone's Farms in Jeffrey's Lunchables? Because Jesus Christ, Jeffrey, what kind of nonsense are you talking right now?
Nonsense
about
I'm
the-
talking
I thought
about.
the
Everybody else
pastries
is
he's been
talking
hitting the whole time.
nonsense. That's why I'm going crazy.
Wait,
Jeffrey, you said Indiana was the best team in the Big Ten.
I never said that.
wait,
Did
you're
I
so
ever say
called
that? I said
monster
they were
voice
atop the
crack.
league
Come
with
on.
Oregon
Hey,
right
what's
now. I
going
never
on
said
here?
that.
Jeffrey is so off his head right now. We need to drug test this kid.
Mhm. I'm thinking so.
Hey,
This sounds like the Boone's Farm, date
Oh.
from 1997.
I
Oh,
swear, no
The Country
drugs,
Quenchers is
no
Strawberry Hill. Which
caffeine.
one is it?
no Red Bull gives you wings, none of that junk. I've just water, and I think I had a shrimp dinner tonight. That's exactly what I had, was a shrimp dinner on some rice. So I'm
What
good.
about those
I
gummy
got
strawberries you had?
nutrients.
Sit there with some mushrooms.
I'm ready.
What about the gummy strawberries 45 minutes ago you had from the Lunchables box?
I haven't had a Lunchable today.
Okay.
Or any day. I haven't had one in years. I used to eat all the time.
Raised on Pop-Tart. Raised on Pop-Tart.
I ate Lunchables when I was little. I haven't had them in a long time. I don't eat
Raised on Pop-Tarts, baby.
so rare. I haven't had a Pop-Tart forever, man. I try to stay off the sugar, man.
So-
I don't eat sugar hardly ever.
This is entertaining.
We need to
Uh,
probe him. He's
Jeffrey,
lying.
you're becoming like a gluten free. You're going to be like a vegan, like a hipster here.
Dude, I like pork chops. Shrimp.
All of a
I try
sudden,
to
like
eat good, man. I try to eat good.
He's the
I'm
next
not-
Taylor
I'm
Swift.
not 500
Jeffrey
pounds,
is
man.
the next Taylor
I'm not,
Swift.
I don't eat a bunch
He's
of junk
coming
all
up.
day. I try
No,
to
he's
eat
not
good.
Taylor. He's Justin Bieber. Look at him.
Hey, Tim, you're right.
Yo, he's Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
I'm happy.
I
I'm
actually
happy.
have to eat gluten-free.
I'm happy
because
I'm
if I
not in
don't, then
I am happy
get
I'm not in
sick.
these power rankings.
Oh, you're probably.
No,
No, Ben, you're the next P.
You
Diddy.
could be.
Don't
You're
worry.
the only one who wants to be on these power rankings.
I'm happy I'm not on those power rankings.
Ben's the next P. Diddy. He's got it going on.
Okay,
Ben's
this
the
is
only
power
one who wants to.
What is
And
going on?
Jackson's so blown he can't even talk right now. Look at him. He's just sitting there.
So,
Just
so
staring at
Roger
us.
Dodger thinks I'm Frosty the Snowman. Are you
Oh,
serious right now? A corn
Yeah.
cob pipe and a button nose. Are you? No, I'm not. I'm not Frosty from the '64 cartoon. I'm not Frosty from the 2005 cartoon. I'm not Jack Frost from that weird movie with Michael Keaton in it. I'm none of
That
that.
was a
junk.
great movie. How dare you?
Okay, I am not a snowman.
I thought the
That's
Frosty
it,
the
Pat. Jeffrey
Snowman.
needs sniff.
Wait.
He called Michael Keaton a bad
I
actor.
thought the Frosty the Snowman cartoon was from 1969.
19s. I don't give a. You know what? What?
Ru-
it is.
Rudolph
You know what I'm
was
talking
we
one of
could
about.
have
the 54. I mean,
Let me ask
That's
one
the point.
question real fast before I go. Mitt,
You feel before I do.
Mitt,
I'm just
I
kidding,
have to
Jackson,
ask.
by
I
the way.
have to ask Mitt a question. Mitt, do you see what Mark Rogers has let become of his channel?
Oh,
Look at this.
it's gone, man.
Look at
It's
this.
gone. It's gonna get
Look
to
at this.
100K,
This
though.
is not my fault. This is
This
not
has
my
been-
fault.
This has been Ben's master plan since day one. What
I
are you
know.
talking about?
I'm thinking Ben's. Yeah, he's like an
Ben
evil,
is the
evil
Joker.
genius.
I don't know what's
Ben
happening
is
tonight.
the Joker.
oh, God.
Who's
Ben's the
Batman?
Joker, and he must be stopped.
Who's
You,
Batman?
Jeffrey,
Okay.
you're the
All
Batman.
right, guys.
So I'm
You-
going
Back to
Wayne.
football.
See you all
Tim,
later, guys.
I'm
Tim,
going with
before
you.
you
I'm
leave.
going with you, Mitt. I'm going
All right.
with you,
Tim.
Mitt. Love your
Tim,
brother.
before you leave, Mitt, before you leave, what I know there was the one PI in the overtime. Was there more? Was there two in that? I just saw the first one on first down.
It doesn't matter. As soon as the game's over, whatever happened. It's an L. It was two bad calls. Yeah, in
Hey,
overtime.
Spaz. Hey, Spaz.
Not everybody
Tennessee
can be
Alcatraz.
6-0, baby. Not everybody can be 6-0. It
That's a bummer
happens to
because you guys
someone.
played
Yeah,
that
it's
game
6-0.
pretty well.
Would be jealous.
All right, guys.
Jealous
Have
of
a good night.
everyone who's 6-0.
Have a good night,
for
Mitt.
sure.
Hey, I'm following Mitt
No.
right out the door. 6-0, baby. Miami Hurricanes. We are taking it to the top this year. All of you sitting back there, all those fake calls where they want to be like, oh, that wasn't, oh, it's the ACC refs and all this kind of stuff like that. But we're 6-0, baby.
Another hour.
We're
folks.
taking it right down the line. We're going to end the season at least.
Another hour.
We got this. We got this. Good night. Love y'all.
Have
See
a
you
full-
Yeah.
later.
You wish.
See you Saturday.
I'll see you in the
Do we all admit
playoffs.
that traveling fools is
Whatever,
the best
baby.
See you in the playoffs, buddy.
Whatever, baby. Whatever. All
Listen
y'all
to
will be
Traveling
sitting here
Fools' voice.
crying and
It's
whining
perfect
and
radio
doing-
voice.
Listen, Jeffrey. Listen.
Traveling
Have the perfect
fools.
radio voice, man.
Listen, Jeffrey. Listen, what you got to learn is the cadence, but you all will be sitting here worrying about Miami Hurricanes the rest of the season. You love to hate us. Go Canes, baby.
We'll see. We'll see you.
They have that
Traveling Fools has a perfect radio voice. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
he
I'm
does.
surprised
It
it is that
exceeds
late
Saturday.
night 3 a.m. That late night
No,
3
it's,
a.m.
Let's go shock the world.
we need to have a poll. Traveling Fools or Corey Brada, who has the better.
No. With TF, I can verify in person. It's not the same. That's all his soundboard.
I don't care if it's the soundboard or not. It sounds great. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Neil Campbell, though, this is for Mark.
I don't care how much auto tune he's putting on it. Shit, man.
Yeah.
This is
Neil is dropping dimes today. So let's talk about Nevada football again and their great win over Oregon State.
Yeah, we're doing this again.
Oregon State through 4 picks.
I was watching the Packers today, and I saw Romeo Dobbs.
I'm sorry, Ben. I shouldn't have come on.
Pass.
You came on. You're stuck here now forever in eternity.
Stuck
You're
in the
stuck here.
middle with you.
Yeah, I'm forever a part of the After Dark cult.
Absolutely.
How dare you call it a
You've been
cult?
absorbed.
I know, right? Right, Frankie?
This
I know.
this is not a cult. This is
Nice
not A&M. This is not A&M football.
Yeah, look, my good look got gutters in here. That should say something.
Baz's good look got gutters on a sports stream. Oh my gosh.
God.
Oh my god.
How about no, Pop?
Here, I'll even dance for you, gutters. Just like that other
Can you
stream.
fit that in, Jackson? Can you fit that in?
Let me think. What's on my schedule?
Whoa!
No.
I was about to say, are you going to say yes, absolutely, definitely, or however you say it? I love when you do that. I was like, are you going to say that? No.
No, it's no, definitely not. Absolutely not.
Negatory.
Oh no.
Negatory. Nobody's
Man,
gonna be doing
you're
You remember
dirty.
that
That's
sequence
not
on
even fair.
SpongeBob where he goes, nah, negatory? You remember all that on when he's going trying to sleep and he's like, darn, I almost had it. And he's on the ground. He couldn't remember.
No, Tony, you are. You are.
I love that episode, man.
This is unfair by Tim. We would all have to have a few minutes to at least even learn. That's unfair.
No.
That'd be unfair.
You don't know it off the top of your head, then?
No, I don't. So that'd be unfair.
Okay. God.
None of us here do.
That should be like mandatory
It probably should be.
curriculum for high school, right? Like you should have to learn in Nevada high school.
Well, in Nevada high school, maybe, but like for us, no, yeah. But
No. Like
it should be.
every high school across America should have to learn the Nevada fight song.
You got to stay with us. You got to stay with us. Till the end. Till 4 a.m.
No.
That's the dilemma, man. I mean, I should have been in bed hours ago, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No,
So we're at the 3 hour
Stop
mark.
drinking the Bruce Farm.
You're just a good young boy waiting to be sniffed.
That right there, the Hummus Hero comment needed to be when TF was still on, man. Come on.
Jeffrey, I hope for your sake you ace your tests tomorrow.
Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got to go study still, huh?
No. Well, you can't. Yes.
You
I
and
do.
the all
Not
Yeah.
Study. You got to sniff that study hall.
Sniff
That
it.
can help you. He'll sniff for you.
Well, Jeffrey, that's how Jeffrey gets his women. You know, that's what he uses that time for, Spaz.
No,
Well, I mean, if you're doing that, according to TF, you got to go to Miami, but
no, he's got to make sure to put that cologne on because in case he gets sniffed.
Oh, yeah, the ladies love to sniff
hey, you're on
Jeffrey.
the list, Austin. You're on the list.
Oh, Jackson, you moved
That's
to the
my
top.
dog. That's a no. Do not be doing that to my dog, Pat.
Austin's on the list.
No, that's a no.
No, that's Austin's dog. That's on the list, not Austin.
No, well, it's actually we're both on. Yeah, Austin.
Everybody's going crazy with
and of course, Ben and I are outside the sniff power ratings.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me.
That moved down to 3. All right.
Yeah,
I don't need to.
Jeffrey,
My
they're coming
YouTube
for you and
channel name's
Jackson.
getting butchered right now.
I don't need to. I don't need to have Sam being like,
Yeah,
hey,
this
who
is
is
overtime, Michael. It's been overtime.
I don't need to have Sam being like, who is this Pac-12 guy going, hey, he wants to sniff you.
Whoa.
What the hell? You know. Okay, there we go, everyone. I put it in the private chat. Everyone review and
What?
What?
review and learn.
Yep.
Oh no! Do we have to do this?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Oh shit!
The sniff chose
Yeah, we're gonna do
Jackson.
it.
Well, Jackson,
This is gonna be. This is gonna
Jackson,
be
I'm sorry,
atrocious.
it chose you.
Terrible.
No sniffing. That's bad.
This is gonna be atrocious.
Destiny has it.
All right, 3, 2, no. Everyone's like, no.
Hey, G, hey,
Yeah, is this skipping on your end too?
down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness.
No.
That's not far off from that.
The Nevada song.
Wait, did Disturbed steal from the Nevada University of Nevada?
The
No,
Nevada
that
one's
came
they
on
not
copy
right
it?
afterwards because they're coming here. They're
Yeah.
pumping their tour.
There's interestingly enough, there's a band from here, from like right around here. I know the band, the guys are called Douchebags. A band called Wayland. You may or may not have heard of them.
Jeffrey, you were asking me something. What'd you say?
They had one. Their biggest song was a song called Reno, and it was taking a shit on Reno. So I don't like these. One road in and one road out of Reno.
Did you like the Nevada fight song, Jack?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't elite.
Wait. I have always been told that the proper pronunciation is Nevada.
I always call it Nevada, man. I don't like Nevada. It just sounds wrong.
But the way Neil is
Yeah.
spelling out here is the pronunciation guide for him is Nevada.
I like Nevada.
I've always said Nevada.
I know it is Nevada, and I know everyone says it. I just say Nevada. I've always said that.
It depends on how you roll it. It's kind of like Oregon. Everyone says, a lot of people say Oregon. And it's like, no, it's Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Louisville.
But a lot of people pronounce it differently. It's the way you roll it. You know?
There's the downtown district in Dayton, Ohio, like the bar district and everything they call it the Oregon district, and you don't call it the Oregon district.
Well, has anybody ever heard of both North Carolina and then South Carolina? Has anybody ever heard of that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
They're small towns, but has anybody ever heard Beaufort, North Carolina, Beaufort, South Carolina? They're the exact same. They're the exact same spelling, but South Carolina pronounces it Beaufort and North Carolina pronounces it Beaufort.
Oh, like Beaufort from Phineas and Ferb.
Not the same spelling, but yeah, similar. But isn't that weird?
Okay.
It's the same spelling, but they pronounce it differently.
Well, that's why people say the English
I
language
didn't know.
is the English language is like the most difficult because everyone pronounces shit differently.
Nah,
Yeah, because it was influenced by so many other things.
I
Yeah.
didn't know this until 2015, but like people in Missouri refer to Missouri as Missouri. Like I didn't know that.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, at least say Mizzou. Like when we talk about
Mizzou's
football, we
fine.
say Mizzou or whatever, you know. But like it's Missouri. Like what the
I
hell?
mean, Missouri just sounds lame.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
dumb.
stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah,
It just sounds hillbilly. Like where is the A?
Missouri's not even supposed to be that hillbilly. I don't think so.
Oregon.
Missouri's plenty hillbilly. You get
I'm
outside of
talking
St. Louis,
like-
Missouri.
deep South. They're not in the deep South, man.
All right.
Have you ever watched Ozark?
Appalachian.
Are you all ready? Did you review and do your homework?
Let's do it.
Sean has no idea what's happening right now.
Oh, I did my homework there. I did it. I swear to God, I did.
Did you at least get a 69?
I've got the link. I've got the link up right now.
What? What?
This is gonna be terrible. For Neil, we're gonna do it. Then
Should we do a Go Raymond Fossilati Doe?
We're gonna do it for Neil, and we're gonna end this monstrosity of a sniff show. I don't know how it turned into a sniff show, but it turned into a sniffing show.
I haven't sniffed anything. I can barely even breathe. I was laughing so hard. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeffrey, you sound like you've been sniffing something all night.
Oh my gosh, Sean, you're the new number one.
That is all. Number one, and that's it. No one else qualifies now.
Yes, Jeffrey, we did it. We're off. We're not sniffable.
We're free. But
So- I'm so-
we need
so
to get
honored.
Sean away from that dude.
I need to clip that.
All right.
Clip that. Print it. Frame it.
Everyone ready?
I was number one in something at one point in my life.
Ben just wants to get off desperately.
Yeah. Everyone's ready. Everyone's ready to begin the video.
I mean,
0 seconds.
Neil did do $300 now. I mean, you know, we're
we
like,
got him.
I think that's why I say I think we owe him at least. It's going to be terrible and atrocious to Nevada, but we owe it to him.
Do we have a clip of the wording?
Yeah, it's the link I sent you.
No, it's music.
yeah,
No,
but it has
It
words.
has the words.
So what am I supposed to click on the link?
Yeah, the link. Yeah.
Oh my!
What?
Did it start playing Rick Astley?
No, you're not getting rickrolled.
I'm about to say, I was like, what?
Right, but it starts playing music and
Do
I
you
know, but
want
there's
more? That's up
words.
to you,
There are
Neil. Do
words.
you want more?
all right, so I hit play when we're ready to go.
Yes, from 0.
I guess.
And then we just roll with the words, and we do our best because it's gonna be terrible. But for
All right.
Neil, let's do it. At this point,
You missed
what
the
do we
whole
have to
thing.
lose tonight? What do we have to lose?
Right?
Well, I mean, number one on the sniff ranking, maybe. I don't know.
That's not a bad song. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Are we
cool.
ready?
All right, on. Ready?
Oh
And
my
3. Hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hail to our sturdy team, loyal and true. March on down the field, go silver and blue. We'll give a long cheer for Nevada's team. See them break through again, fighting for our U of N victory. N E V A E A Nevada.
I almost started singing "Never Gonna Give You Up," but I didn't. I didn't want to ruin y'all's energy.
That would have been great.
You should have. You totally should have. You should have been like.
I almost did. Oh my god. We've known each other for so long. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
Now
sniff
you
you
get,
down. Yeah,
Oh,
Jeffrey and
no.
Sean, they need to re
I did sing "Never Gonna
I
Give
did.
You Up." Never gonna let you. I did. Sing. I would sing more, but I don't want to get copyrighted. I just keep laughing.
No, I thought that it was just going to show up on the feed right here. I didn't realize I had to
Yeah, to be honest, Sean, I did too. That's why I didn't sing. I didn't even see the word. I didn't see the
No,
word.
I
It was
doesn't
on
see stuff on
screen.
this feed.
All you had to do was
Thank
open
you,
a new
Sean.
tab and
Me and
hit
you were in the same
unmute.
boat.
No.
Hit mute.
I had the new tab open. I have it here.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing.
And then just hit mute.
It's
Wait.
in the front.
Should we do this again one more time? Because there was zero
This time I'll
rehearsal.
do brick ass.
All right. You guys want to do it one more time? Then I'll do it one more time because
We need. I need a countdown for this.
Well, no, that's
You
fine.
did give a countdown, you dork.
I'll give a full countdown. So go back. Make sure you're 0. Or
Yep.
shit. Hold on. I hit. Make sure you're 0, and then if you're all ready, I'll do a countdown. We'll hit play. We'll try it again. There's like a lag in this video. It's a little funky. I don't know what it is, but let's try it again. One more time for Neil. And Neil will never come back on the show again.
Okay.
And then we're gonna end this.
We're
gonna end this atrocity. We're gonna do this. 3, 2, 1, play.
Hail to our certainty, loyal and true. March on the field of glory and blue.
Down the field.
Live along, cheer
For
for Nevada's
Nevada's
see
team.
them
See
break
them break
through
through and fight for
You
us.
abandoned Nevada.
Nevada. Hey,
Never
Nevada.
gonna give you up. Never gonna let
You guys do not know how to do any fight songs. It's N.
Nevada.
Nevada. How you do it?
This is like CIA torture techniques. Oh my god!
I couldn't
I'm
even.
getting
We were
again.
so off. We were so off time together. I couldn't even continue.
Did I do all right?
You're terrible.
At least I tried, Neil.
All
I
you were
tried.
in was a CIA torture chamber giggling.
Hey, at least I didn't say-
You're the terrible, so you fit right in.
Are you sure, Hummus? I think you won it again. I do.
Are we ready to say the line?
Next week
yet?
we'll learn the Oregon fights. Next week we'll learn the Oregon fight song.
Hey, we'll do the
Yeah,
Indiana
well,
one if
we're
they
one
beat
in the
Oh,
you.
nation.
no. We're complete horse here, Austin. Whoever donates the most money, that's whose fight song we sing.
Hear that,
For
Tony?
a
Get 'em
second, I
out.
thought this was Mark saying this. Oh my goodness! Oh. I saw the voice of college football. Michael, you don't have to be here, man. You could have gone to bed. That'd have been the good move, man.
We stayed at 50 plus for like 3 hours.
You may. Oh my gosh, man. Well, hey, I've heard that North Korea has some weird songs over there too that make your ears bleed. So we'll just leave it at that.
I will say Pac-12 has made half the humor in the last like hour.
Pac is borderline, man.
Jeffrey's got to be probed now, Pac-12, because he didn't sing right.
No, if this channel had a million, so we could never have this fun. No, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, it's true. We're in that sweet spot where we can get away with certain things. Outside of Mark messaging me, telling me to stop swearing. Apparently,
But the reference to snitching 15-year-old boys, that is not that's apparently not off limits. But
It's good
that's
being famous comes at a cost, man.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what's
Can't
happening.
say nothing, man. We made him $350 tonight.
I don't know what happened to this show tonight. This show has gone off.
Is that the most money this show's ever made?
No, it's been more than that.
Yeah, no. We've had more. This year, this is definitely the best show in the sense of viewership, I think, and overall. Just contribution from the chat. It's been amazing tonight, but I don't know what happened. It just went from football.
Did anyone catch that Ball State Western Michigan game this week?
I'm gonna punch you, Sean. Shut up. We're ending this shit, goddamn
Hey,
it.
I think we're better than the Kardashians. I think we could be on E or USA Network and people will
But
love
again,
us.
if we were famous, Austin, we couldn't say this stuff. Okay,
yeah.
that's the problem. Being famous comes at a
Oh
cost.
no, Jackson, you're getting sniffed first now.
No.
You're back
Jackson's
on
been,
top.
Oh,
what are
wait,
you talking
what?
about? Jackson's been sniffed all night.
I will sniff with no room.
Jackson,
Is that even how you spell his name? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think John is
John.
correct. I don't think.
Wait. You're assuming to know this person here, Kim John.
I
Who's
don't
that?
know. I don't know him. I'm just saying I think it's spelled differently. I don't know if he spelled it wrong on purpose.
I think Kim John knows
you just
how to
got off the
spell his own
list.
name.
That is the correct what? No, it's not. That is not the spelling. Are you
Yes.
kidding me right now?
It's Kim Jong.
Yeah, it's got a G.
No. You guys are making terribly racist assumptions right now, and I can't
I'm
stand
not
by
being
this.
racist.
No.
now you're getting sniffed again,
You're
Jeffrey.
associating him with another human being, and that's not him.
That's
Wait.
Kim. He's got the picture of the guy in his profile pic. He's got the picture of the guy in his profile pic. You don't see that guy.
No.
They got him.
Oh my God! How bigoted can we be in this moment? Like you're just assuming
I'm just saying,
that this is the same guy.
Could
You're
you
just,
You just got us all fired.
they all look the same to you, don't they? They all do.
No, I know what he looks
Jeffrey.
like. He's been on TV before.
Jeffrey.
Okay.
Take a split-
Everyone all looks the same.
Take a split second and think if for one half of a point percentage that was actually Kim Jong-un saying he's sniffing us from North Korea, how big we could be. We'd all be dead by now or kidnapped tomorrow.
He says he removes the G to make American understand. Okay, so I'm not the one being racist. Okay, that's him.
Hey, that's just a friend, Kim Jong. Kim Jong.
I love it.
Come on.
What in the hell is going on?
I know it's so hard to understand.
appreciate the
His
applause
middle
on
name
that
is
one.
John.
Oh my
His last name is
Dave
probably
Brown
like.
came in at the wrong time.
I do have to tell. I do have to tell. Yeah, I do have to tell. For Pac-12 one made the show just that much better tonight too with the sniffing things. North Korea is still on my list of places to visit. We'll get there one day.
Okay.
So thank you, Supreme Leader.
Well, why are we assuming he's from North Korea? Yeah, I mean, like, just
Come
Why
on,
not?
Come on, I mean,
come
like-
on.
Why not?
we are just making enormous assumptions right now that I don't.
I'm not making any assumptions. We know it's not.
I'm just
but
saying that guy in that profile pic is Kim Jong Un. He's saying the name wrong. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil. See, Neil agrees.
We got another hour.
Thank you,
So-
Neil.
so-
We're never going to sleep.
So if you met someone that was just named Adolf Hitler, would you just assume like?
Why would anybody name themselves Adolf Hitler? Oh, if my last name was Hitler, I'd change my last name. What are you talking about?
No, Jeffrey, I am exposing your bias right now.
Stop.
I seriously did not say Hitler.
Shit.
Hitler. It was Hitler. Adolf Hitler.
Sean, you're not helping here. You are not helping. Oh, I'm saying because You're the one bringing it up. I didn't talk about Hitler. We're talking about Kim Jong Un. All I'm saying is, if
No,
your last name is
we're talking about our friend
going
Kim
on.
John.
People make
Kim
fun. There was
John has been
people
on this
make fun of
show all
everybody's
night
last
long.
name.
Oh.
There's so many. Do you know how many
It's
people
not
on
Kim
YouTube
Jo-
don't even tell their last name for a reason? There's a reason for that.
Like you don't think Kim Jong gets this grief all day long being compared to Kim Jong Un? Kim Jong has to deal with this every day. Pac
Sean,
12. I'll send
Wait.
Pac
Jeffrey,
12.
Sean,
just
there
say
is no one
Jeffrey.
named Kim John. There, I know. Well, I don't think there is.
Can someone put
told
that
you.
in
Jeffrey, because
someone put that in a translator? Someone put that in a translator and see if that's legit.
I have no idea what.
Jeffrey, because of your debacle, he was going to sniff you politely. Now he's going to forcefully sniff you, apparently.
Nobody's sniffing. No, that's against the law. That's against the law.
Not in North Korea.
Donald
So
Allegedly.
Jeffrey, see what
Allegedly.
you've done?
Trump sniffs people all the time. It's legal in America.
No, that's Biden.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's Biden. That's right.
Yeah. Yep. We're equal opportunity sniffers in this country.
That's right.
All I'm gonna say is, after all of that, nobody here is racist. I'm not assuming anything. I know what he looks like. I know what his
Buckle up,
name
Jeffrey.
is,
Here he
and
comes.
I'm not racist.
Jeffrey, you don't know me.
If there was a kid
Why
with the
would you
last
do it?
name Hitler in school, I would not make fun of that person at all. And now other people would, which
Jeffrey,
is why I
buckle
would make
up.
my
Your
last name
sniffing's
Flood.
coming.
But I'm not
Jeffrey, buckle
racist
up.
toward those people because no, absolutely not. No racism for me. I understand the cultural appropriation or whatever the terminology is for all that. I'm not saying
Here
anything.
comes
I'm just saying
Jeffrey.
I know that's Kim Jong Un. That's all I'm saying. In the picture.
What is happening right now? I have no idea what is happening right now.
Because Sean's
He's
trying
coming
to
for
expose me
Jeffrey.
for something. I don't know.
He's coming for Jeffrey. He's coming for you, Jeffrey. Here
No.
he comes.
No.
No idea what's going on right now. I mean, it's like
Jeffrey,
I have no
he
words
said, buckle
right
up.
now.
Your sniffing's coming. So
Nobody is
Oh,
sniffing
man.
nobody. All right, nobody. Jackson's immune. I'm immune. I think your dog is immune. Ben's immune. Spaz, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he ain't
Sean, I have
going
no
near my
idea.
dog.
He's-
But
he's
Spaz is the one I'm
coming.
questioning.
I've developed immunity to all sorts of sniffing. I'm pretty sure.
He's coming for your bunghole, Jeffrey. Grab the teepee because here he comes.
And I know
He's
that
coming for
reference,
the bunghole.
Beavis and Butthead, classic show.
Oh man,
Hey,
Beavis
baby.
and Butthead. That's a classic.
He's coming to sniff you.
DP for my bunghole.
hello, it's
I'm
Jeffrey. It's sniffing time.
I'm so happy Mark.
Why do
is
you keep
not-
saying that, Austin? Why?
I am so happy Mark is not watching at this point because I don't think he would have approved the last like hour and a half of this show.
Hey, just edit it out, man. Just edit it out.
I don't have the power.
Never
It's on
happened.
private recordings. I don't have that power.
Oh my God. He's going to see
Wait,
all
wait,
these
wait,
super
you
chats and go, what in the hell?
You can't edit recordings before you post them.
We're all screwed.
No, there's a difference when like Jackson and I, and I guess Jeffrey, we have access to the StreamYards. We don't have access to all the
editing
recordings.
software.
No.
Now the main channel, I think I do have access to the recordings of the main channel, but like the Oregon ones, I don't. The Oregon ones go on the Oregon channel stuff, and it's kind of hidden. So I have to go download it off of YouTube in the editor section.
Mhm.
But we don't have like unlimited access to all the stuff. So Mark's still going to be like,
Jackson
what
looks
in
like
the
he's already been
absolute hell?
sniffed over there. He's got
Oh,
no
he already
energy
got
left.
sniffed. He got sniffed. He finished, and he's all relaxed.
Thomas said Miami won't be sniffing a CFP bird. Let's not talk about that.
We're talking about Miami,
Poor
Ohio.
Jackson.
See, no, again, no racism. I can't read that, but no racism for me. It's all good. I can't read.
And obviously, you're like 15 and white. So we know
How
you
in the
can't read.
world did he get that in there?
Hello, Zeg.
How do you actually write that?
I just
John,
translated it.
how do you write in a different language on YouTube? How do you do that?
You have to you
It's
have to
Korean.
you gotta code the keyboard. You have to change the keyboard.
Yeah, I
coding.
don't know, man. I've never done that, man.
That's why I said. That's why I said. Could you imagine?
Book.
Could you imagine?
Oh.
That's actually Kim Jong Un.
It's not Kim Jong Un. You know it's not, but if it was, it'd be insane. It'd be insane, but it's not.
No.
Like, I still didn't do anything. Kim Jong Un's fine. I mean, he's fine. I mean, everybody plays weird music. I said North Korea has some weird music, but we have weird music. Taylor Swift's worse than anything North Korea's got. Okay, so nothing wrong for me. North Korea is fine. I'm just saying that the music is a little weird, but we have weird music too. It's all good. No problem.
Oh,
How are you not giving the O for the super chat?
Yeah, dude, sing that.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're not number one. We're not number one, but we're number 2, and we have 6 first place votes now. Was it 6? 6 first place votes.
Wait. You only have 6 first place votes in the AP?
In the AP, 6. Yeah, Texas has 56, and no one else has any.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's insane.
I'm saying that I got no beef with North Korea. I'm neutral to North Korea. I don't like North Korea. I don't dislike North Korea. That's the way I feel about Britain and Brazil, Australia, Taiwan, every country. Tim, it's all good. They're all neutral.
Jeffrey, you don't have to defend yourself so
no, I'm just
much.
saying.
It's okay.
I'm
relax.
No,
relax,
Tim.
Jeffrey.
Tim.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths,
I'm good.
Jeffrey. Deep breaths.
Tim.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths, Jeffrey. Deep breaths. That's good. Like if people ask me like, hey, you're just this white guy, you come off as a racist. I'm like, I only date brown people. That seems racist, but that's how it is. So that makes me a self-hater. So am I racist with white people? I don't know. Okay, we're going too deep here tonight. Everyone, tell everyone where they can find you online if they want to stalk you one more final time.
In hell.
Oh man. Well, they can find me on Jackson Johnson 979 on YouTube. They can find me on Jackson VOCFB on X. They can find me on Jackson Johnson 543908 on Instagram and Threads, and they can find me on the Alabama channel where I discuss my take on what's going on with the Alabama Crimson Tide. And tomorrow afternoon, well, it's going to be 5 p.m. today, technically, because it's Monday in some hours or some time zones. But we will be having Johnny Burt's and I will be having the 8th edition of Crimson Tide Live, where Caleb Gerard of the Daily Beacon joins us to give his take on the Alabama and Tennessee matchup. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.
Oh, shit. Jeffrey, you're being probed.
Where are you going?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you can find me at Jeffrey and Only Talk Sports on Twitter, YouTube Only Talk Sports, where we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. And there's a reason we only talk about sports, because when we don't, things get a little weird on here. It's not my fault. So you can check me out, YouTube Only Talk Sports. You can also find me on Indiana at the Voice of College Football. Appreciate Jackson for putting that in the chat, where we talk Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern time about Indiana football and the great season that they're having so far. Hopefully it continues, and also a post-game live after every game. Sometimes I can't do it right after the game, depending on some circumstances, but definitely have the post-game live. And you can also find me with Jackson on Thursday nights the call-in show for the Alabama Crimson Tide, where we're going to be talking about, is Alabama all right? I'm a little concerned, just like I am for this show. I'm a little concerned, but it's all good, I think. I think we're good. All right, so Alabama college show and sometimes me contributing in other ways for the Alabama channel as well. So definitely check out the Alabama channel, the Indiana channel, all the channels at the Voice of College Football, and the main channel, because you don't want to miss anything. We'll talk about anything.
Sean Garner, where can they stalk you online?
Well, before I went to give a public service announcement that only talking sports will get you sniffed. That is either a threat or an inducement, depending on your perspective. And you can find me on the tweets, and you can find me every Sunday night, Voice of College Football. Find me on many of the various shows. I'll probably be calling into the Michigan channel on Thursday and talk about the rest of that season going forward during the Buckeyes bye week. And congratulations to the dirty, filthy Ducks, who not only steal my bread every time I go to the park, but also stole my heart this week. You sons of bitches. Yeah. Congratulations. See you guys in about 6 weeks or 7 weeks in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Hey, cute doggy. Where can people find you?
He's muted. Oh, he left.
Yep. Yeah. Austin, that's not surprising. He's in the background, but he's not connected. So, Spaz, where can people find you?
Spaz, you can find me Oregon Voice College Football every Wednesday and after every post-game show, except I may not be there this Friday. I won't know till later. Also, you can find me on TikTok at Sean Bryant 75. You can find me on Instagram at Rocky Classic. And you can find me on Facebook, Sean Bryant, which comes up in the side here. And we are all smoked out here, so enjoy.
Yeah, Ben's smoking right now for sure.
Penn State. Hope you get past Penn State, Sean. Otherwise, we won't be seeing you in Indianapolis.
I feel totally confident in that one.
Is that at Beaver Stadium or at the shoe?
We never lose to quarterbacks from Ohio. Like, we don't let good quarterbacks go to other schools. So they've got an Ohio kid. Yeah. No, but he's not an Ohio kid.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about Ohio State quarterback.
I'm saying, Drew Aller from Medina High School in Ohio. We don't want him.
Jeffrey, you gotta let him sniff you so he can rest now.
Well, and there we go.
Just sniff Jackson, man.
The hell?
And there we go. So once again,
you sound like Hank Hill for a minute.
This is the panel of the After Dark show. This show has gone off the rails. Thank you to all the guests here.
We're all going to hell and
Jeffrey,
getting fired
Sean,
in the morning.
Spaz, Austin, Poc12 too. Appreciating the chat. All the super chats. Neil, David. There's multiple. Pacific Northwest, Ute, Adam, of course, all the super chats, Matt, and Frank Paco, all the super chats. Highly appreciate what it helps support the channel, not just this show in general. And we appreciate it. This has gone on way longer than it was supposed to, but it's been such a blast. I mean, I was dying over here, just like Jeffrey was. I've been dying. Just laughing.
Thank you for all the super chats, Neil. Yes.
Yeah. I was everyone.
This show was hilarious.
Yeah,
everything was funny. I was having fun, man.
Every super chat, just some of the commentary I pulled up and I just started laughing. I was just like, this has gone so far off the rails from the sports chat. But Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I'm just Ben of Exploring with Ben and Sam on YouTube here.
Don't do it, Neil.
And
Don't
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Save it for next
Don't
week.
you do it, Neil.
He's gonna do it.
Don't do it. Don't do
Shut
it.
up, Jeffrey.
I gotta give him 3 hours.
He's gonna
Don't
do it.
Don't do it. So, everyone, thank you here. You can follow me on YouTube here or then with on Twitter and all of our guests here. And we appreciate you all. And please, someone say the famous line. Please
Take
say
us
the
out,
famous-
Pop Tart.
Pop Tart, play us out.
Pop Tart,
Thank you.
play us out, baby.
Thank you. Oh,
Play us
yeah.
out, Pop Tart.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
strangely enough, this is the least weird thing we've done on this show tonight.
Oh. This is sensible. This is like normal at this point. Oh yeah.
This is like elementary school shit. Yeah.
Oh,
This is like school assembly. Like, yeah, this is what they do now.
Oh,
See
yeah.
you soon, Jeffrey. Snippy
yeah.
snip.